Papa.
Akoko Abon kukuruku adie chibia. Ghana mai betum pon wane gina wo mamba pa wo gene Ghana ho kane. Akoko Abon ye dwumadi amanyuku ahodo ne gina so da won da ye so a wodi makana mai. MPP se ye ne wo sunu kokuruku a wodi ye chi asuon kam. NDC akataman so okata ne maso. CPP se ye ne nanan makoko nyina manyuku no. PNCC ye kube ane na magani amagashia ne ehunu amagawo ho. Ti Akoko Abon dwumadi wo Hello FM so. Memenda no pebia.
Not going to the IMF. Whatever we do, we are not. The consequences are dire. We are a proud nation. We have the resources. We have the capacity. Don't let anybody tell you. Like when Joshua, Caleb, and the 10 others went to spy on the promised land. And only 2 of them came to say that we can do it. And the 10 went around the community, murmuring, you can't, We are not people of short sight.
HELLO101.5 FM. We Nagrovo say a Ongu by Kenofuriata. Or say, don't let anybody tell. Also, be a country as a Ghana IMF. Benjini. Intino. Or was still already as a Ghana IMF. They should not believe it. Even if a Kufuado tells you Ghana is going to IMF, don't believe it.
Not going to the IMF.
So what?
Whatever we do,
the
consequences are dire. We are a proud nation. We have the resources.
We have the resources. We have the capacity.
Don't let anybody
tell you.
Like when Joshua, Caleb, and 10 others went to spy on the promised land. And only 2 of them came to say that we can do it. And the 10 went around the community, murmuring, you can't, We are not people of short sight.
HSA. So we asem dadao. Make us say no. Papa,
wait a second. Make us adwa. Every bia no se bibusu asem ya no na wo bia no wabusa me.
What?
E de be ni nipa e de jajo.
Wabrabo wabotwam.
Na asem a wo kan. Wo se nipa dukura be ka kire se. Ye be ko na ba akokora ka kire se ye nkwa ye nti ase. We nyame na me kan.
Adwa se okono obi ko se na anu na ye den. Ma nya ma.
O se wo boy na me ka se ye nru asem o nti mi tie kwa chi nti na me ka se nye nne de na nye se me ji uchim. Wa hene na wo hwe. Me ko se ma bi yam se IMF na bi o mo de test ye pulse o mo hwe se
ni sure ni bra na abadwo anso o mo nye sa o mo de test ni adem so man sase a tweet nkiti bi o ma ye ni na wo dem ya bia bonten de ye ko enro de na me kan se ye no credit o se da mama mpani na credit card free IMF boss ne na bonko mo wie na o directive finance minister na he enti baby adune de ni bra na aba because ni bra has come enti said dey akoye na de ente ye ko
me gidie no me hwe ejide ni nyansi pisa ye beko
ebetimi abase ebi on beko na sa ese conditionalities na menim se ebetimi am ya sanya na ye gibia ansa e na conditionalities ne beba menim
da bisa nya wo kwa woni mumre da
na ai
asotro ni e ho mre ni
na me bisa ken so no de ono no ken
yes,
conditionalities no ho ye ko ya no be kire ye mu ana je se ye
nya se de wo me ba beje bosia wo enti bosia na me ba beje wo o na be kire mi se
bosu me bia
metua se na se ti ba on be kire aduane ye se di ti e beje atomom de on be boa on be kire se de enipa ye form wo adwuma enipa se negotiation ye there ba me
enti na je se ansana be wuramu no ye kire wo emre egu ya so pa
enti ne se ya bia mra ne ntimi etimi san sai kurase makamenwe ye de na ba kwesi ya kwesi
ye se ye ko so asa bibi nti ne ye ko bibi nko yi na wo sa na ye
but the woman say we have the resources.
Not going to the IMF. Whatever we do, we are not. The consequences are dire. We are a proud nation. We have the resources. We have the capacity. Don't let anybody tell you. Like when Joshua, Caleb, and the 10 others went to spy on the promised land. And only 2 of them came to say that we can do it. And the 10 went around the community, murmuring, you can't, We are not people of short sight.
Hello, we are back. This is your own go. Before I say own go. Well, the Obuka and the Ubiade, they said they were not going to go to IMF, but eventually, IMF, what's it from the background? The voice of Percival Kofi Akpaloo. Percival Kofi Akpaloo, the leader, the founder, and the presidential candidate of Liberal Party Ghana. Me don't know, I will be 10 minutes, but before then, maybe yeah, apomudi hon komo kakra bi wa me adusa o ha. I want the obamadwuma afu. And no say, what program na o me kro. Enti enu e say
I don't the young quite na won so e.
Obia see ye.
Bibia be fine.
Bibia de him you.
Bibia be fine.
You have the men.
Oh.
Say mo boa.
Bibia be fine.
We do we are.
Bibia be fine.
E tell bia and the kwe we ye one. Say you can't say nipa de bia nipa. You came, you saw the message to us. Mobeton asem my Ghana for fasem no akomapem we have the men na mobodi and yes men in konkobo me ewe. Say men in nimbo. Afi men yi kokobo ya. Afi de you go ogo.
Unim atro wo wi ase a ehupa no na ahwe a ebesi enipa heaven ho kwai.
E no ne de.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yes, no.
Bibia be fine because Bibia be say oh my do say I want to say oh nyame adome ho ye enso na ye what they are true enti na make say Bibia be fine no oh be fine say dey ka no oh say Bible say metumi ade nyina ye Kristo hye me di nti
e na Philippians 4:13 no e na bebre ofie ha o munim ba bia sa de no no e na ma Ecclesiastes be hu a asem ba ya
yo busu ba mo and so one
oh boy
Nipa na wonya kro ase o nya me ho ye. Yo, ya kasa kakra yi.
Yenti we.
Yo, ya mfase da merade, ye Nyankopon ya da wase sentie ne se. Enanso wo de yankwa ache ye amya so ahomadache ama ya ba. Ya pom de ho asem nti na wo de ya betena ha awrade fo ye mu kasa. Na fa ya so fa ya sabre obi biara wotie o Yesu di mu medafo. Edi na wote ya no medin de maame adusa. Maame adusa ayi obi anyame ade apomde won sam ato na koma so eye abibiduo na wote menka wo TV radio ne miamia nyina mekase ebo nyina ne se de awrade de adom me no me pese won so unyam chefa anope me no beka enuro enan ho asem me so tiniye de den kai eye maduru a agimu abosobode a yefre no adusa heba mesha ene adusa heba kasase bone me se madanse nie adusa heba mesha ene adusa heba kapsasa ye bone mane se madanse nie ene wo adusa ointment aye di twitwi ene adusa mala heb eno nso so ye foforo aba eye malaria do me do fie kasa adusa heba mesha ene adusa heba kapsasa me twa ni tia wa se sisi yade ni kokodo kase pa na sisi yade ni kokodo ye kato wo sa obeka so normal sisi yade na se normal pulse na kokoya ye biemu a won probata bebre obeka se de na di kokoba de na sisi yade ba e kwan be so kwa na me fa ye mi chimi eniema mienu a ehu woni pa bra bom pa e tade chronic waist pain e be ja wo so no de den kai eye pulse koko de to so mienu eye kuro na baby a ekuro wo bia na moja wo me do futiriye baby a ekuro wo bia no ene hu moja enti so obi gya na nana se moja wo mu a koko no ankasa so kura ye kuro enti na epai na moja na eba ahu wo sa moja no wo se epai na moja eba sanse eye kuro koko no ankasa so eye kuro enti bia na wo de wo kuro ne dwo no wo sisimu na da enti ama wo sisimu ya wo ya wo sisimu hyehyo wo sisimu de hwehwehwehwehwe wo koto afade kura wo ntumi eso pa chinti na etwo den esisi wo veins wa ko fa ya de hu a ene obi ka se ya de din so na de ba ya siatica so na kokom na onto asinti na etwo edura me kan fama wa no pei wo so wie ya wutie yi eya adusa heba mesha ene adusa heba capsules eno nti na wona wono ne bore mra ne se madansie nie ye de adusa mesha ene capsules ka bom na ya nom ne brakro no emu na ayadwuma abom enti ba bia ekru na didi wakowre biara ama osisinim ye biara no me se sisi ya de pa ayam wachim ayam wankasa no wo maba wabrem ayam wie wo mre wabom sebe wa brantie ne so sisi ya de ayapoa wa mesrew ma adusa heba mesha ene ne capsules afa ne adusa heba capsules any wakayamu. You to pay and cast us on him, as another come, and an insurance to shun that came, and then it's measuring cap, I don't know what so. What me and son, no, you cast us on him, no, the account, no one no more boom, and no pack any enumerate and opinion enumerate. Na eradia, wodi nyan sani nim dia adu nipa. Ye fa so that de need ye mbidu no, ye hu a obefa adu no so. Na odi nsa account. Eni gisema wadu sanu no mo say. Edu sa mesha no, won my account. Wo betimi anoma ko wadwuma sade wa wo pe. A wo be ye bibia. Won say ye kokko no dodo no e wo dwa so a. Wonu ma gise wo gya wadwuma ko. Na de mu ni nyina what chance say, wo de ye ohi ye wo de ye unsumu. Edusa is not like that. Edusa nye na adwuma sa. Wo betimi anoma ko adwuma sade wo ko back obi hu say one module. But it works a ye adwuma. Ye adwuma wo bi na ne sifam na ndududu ne na ye ne ya wo de nsem ye ne na na atom eye kuro ne na peja wo trase kakra bia wontimi hu de wonya wo bi tira kam no wo si asem aba wo sori a iso obi so ne mu na okutakuta dem iso okuta poma mese hyasesa wo no madusa na me ka kire wo hyasesa wo no madusa ebe ma wo ye from ebe yi wontim kama ebe ma wo ye obi yara wo di pedwem na ko wo bi wo wa wo ye adwuma de mu ne nyina no ye very stressful wo se wo ye adwuma de mu ne nyina na wa bre wo kodru wonya nsu adware wada ade eche wo se wo ja bre na wo kete so for new day sa na pa ya sorry ye ka say wo bi ntimi nsore da kete so awa ben cha sabroni ade atwetwe na wo ti se ni ntini mu nyina popo hu ne wonye sa ade eche na bre na wo bre no ane da so ho a wo nya edusa mixture ene edusa capsules na wo de ne ointment na ka ho wo no ne nso ne capsules no fa ointment nso twitwi e bo se hwehwehwe na wo to na wo da wo se what damn and what ade eche so akire ben wo so na dia ona so me ne wo ka say edu no wo herbal shop drugstores licensed chemical shop biemu na ye ne aka say ye run a clinic edusa herbal center and clinic ye wo so magazine maku kumase ye wo kumase so magazine maku go filling station ten ye wo maku no inside emu ane wo yade bi etete wo no say stroke say diabetes yade bi e ha wo na mreye enam yade nsa yade ne nyinada wo de ba e wade be fa ye nso no da yaresa abro wate wo pesa woni sa eye koko wo pesa na femfem wo gya asoje na de egu oni so koko nti ma wo kenka go bible koko ma wo ntimi kenka graphic koko nti ade ne be wo hu na chichichichi ya na say ensuo tai woni so compared to some mixture ene ne kaso so bi na no wo gya wana ye mo gya yi say sabe wo ba wo bu ne nsa na wonim de ye koko no wo yem na koko wo yem mo ache se okum abo akoko a wo ye bedie akoko ba wo ku no na ni nkosua na bosa na ye yem wo ehye na eso ne kana eno watimi de ne pepai na epai ade boni fa ne excess blood ehun mo de sufin ya minim die mo no wa fa kwa ya nto ba bia sesebe oto enti okwu agana na wo chichima bo se sa mo de sufin na wo yem nyina ya se ne yi ban tuntuntuntum obo ne mo ja na etene sana ne yem hyehyɛ no na wo fro ma miedusa na me kwa agana so me so eye koko na apaye to me ka wo ne sa compared to some mission cases man ne dwune wo mo nyina afri nko na ma hwato baby akoko ne sabi etua to se kokrumutie agu ko mo ketenkete enti ma wo hye kaba che se etete wo kwa wo mini mu sa baby akoko no bia beko aduro ne nyame aboa yade a esa dosho obu wa odwunso meye odwunso yutwesisi odwunso ne bia kam odwunso na wo kyam odwunso ne mu apai mienu dwunso ne ntimi flow se dia wo pe e wo se wotimi dwunso with libido odwunso a wonya tenkate de kakra wo sasa ade na wo ho na april ss what be wo wan anye april enti se odwunso wo se ba yo with libido e be se ko wi a na ma ho adwo wo se wo release ade bi wo wan april abesene ko ama nwato enti se odwunso na afi na abete yaw ne bia kam na wo so be ma na wo esemiso ko pedusa obedwunso free me na peka kira wo edusa be chane cancer kabom ne no obedwunso free aduru ye enti madwuma eye koko etisi ade aduru bia wo ye be ma wono meboa wo yade ye fe ne kadwe ne siku a meta boso abetoa wo siku ano ne se wo be ma ne de ye be sori ne so veins ni ma yemre aye very weak enti si ya na akwa wo nya edusa wo be de ye kadwo wo de poso a wo de fa nso ne kakasa so ne no wo be dia dance se de aduru ne ahwe ho ma dance ni no wo to a wo be dia dance Ye won krabata ba ko bantam unity oil dan echi. Ye obaako e wo sunyane atonye kwan so. Wokọ Freddy Mens, Osons Chemist, dan ye ba. Kwalenak, PFA Pharmacy, Baseline Pharmacy. Heba shop bia ebe wo no benye bia to. Mala heb no wo dwaso malaria do to bi no. Ointment ne so ye di twitwi na aboa wo. Boni mo ato ntuni dia wate guso a to malaria do ne mi ni nom. Na obedi adanse. Ye be sorry. Ye telephone numbers ni. Ebi na onti bibia se. Eye 0500 110 115 0500 110 115 0500 110 115 only a Vodafone and MTN is 055 700 9824 055 700 9824 055 700 9824 055 700 9824 and a Vodafone is 0500 110 115. Ebi wo Brema UGC station ebi nkrabata ba kwaso. Wokọ nkran wo kanshi drugling. Ebu seta. Herbal shop drugstore. Pharmacy bia be remu bia jab. Yellow and orange. Osons, Costa, Baseline Pharmacy, Kwalenak, Missy Heba, Apidank, Freddy Mens, Breza Rekwa, BT Royal, Asempa Pharmacy, baby a to drew be at Nataba. Ning na be sorry. The American chat one say. Well, you're a soft 4 year rate. E wade forward draw abenmo so no gidie so na de yare saba anope ya watie maami edusen e wade emfa edusen no so na wonfa ayaresa emro na wachina se wo hia maami edusa anase papa edusa na ye kasa edusa hebala na wo je so se ma dance enie oba fa phone no aye maami edusa be ma fa e papa edusa na ye monkomo na ewade e be fa so ajew e wade nka obi biara ho na wonfa ayaresa emremo e wo Yesu din mu amen
Amen.
Not. Whatever we do, we are not. The consequences are dire. We are a proud nation. We have the resources. We have the capacity. Don't let anybody tell you. Like when Joshua, Caleb, and the 10 others went to spy on the promised land. And only 2 of them came to say that we can do it.
leader. The biggest conversation, and it's Ghana engages IMF for economic support. Hitherto, President John Dramani Mahama, the former president of the Republic, had said Ghana had left with no option than to return to IMF. At the in Ghana, the president, as why instructs the finance minister, say on the IMF will pay for entrance in Kuta Honey, and before then, now finance minister Swaka said, no matter what the consequences, Ghana will never go to IMF. Even if the president says it, ABC MPP for his own go. Discuss.
Yo, Minya King, me that's some Miss Akonya we na mechia LPG phone na me mobia achen na no pe bi obia titu ne me national chairman Mr. John Ameka and me regional chairman for Ashanti Mr. Kwaku Mafu. Yes, the champion chairman.
The friend chairman.
Now, in fact, MPP and NDC, my disappointed. Say, Umuni to my journey say, IMF. Now, you IMF. Because IMF, any solution. Your problem was a CR in the IMF, any solution. Problem say, was a CR, a woman say, COVID-19 aba. Back when they say Ukraine, Russia, war. But your problem never had a lack of money circulating in the economy. Sika and nanti economy anymore. And then ama you watch it. Me kai say a man on my penny Nana Akufo-Addo ebano. Now can be say oba within 100 days we clear all contractors car. And I was expecting say under his government, there won't be any timer. Contractors, you better do moka. But it's your contractors, you do moka ukurumana. Too much. Now, one check contractors in a car. Sika better than anti-krum. Sika better.
Yes, can you also have better work your contractors?
Oh, Sika, you guys, the Libya or what? Sika, you'll be opa.
Away.
Ken, Sika, a big Bank of Ghana. I saw a condition as is what a bon. A bonnet, so I'm a jero. And as I say, Ken, is any lady. Sikai, apart from Ghana, I find a DCD. See the Ghana. A Kobian or we are saying DCD. It is all going to say Nasa, Sakwani. They say, oh, Ken, oh, is a binu bottom. Me go for Polamati, binu bottom. Now, Ghana's Ghana. Oh, I want to say that we're banking. It is a bank that you must only see this will be your contestants in Ghana. I don't get it. Okay? Yet you come on Vodafone and MTN aba MTN na kritisika friend e-cash ne oton obi atimi etimbo bosia kora wo phone so emne be twem na be da nya bosia wo phone so but this year Ken okoy ya MTN muti ma bosia bi 1000 2000 500 any other day says can so be bosia so koso ultimate withdraw use ultimate to ade man ye it is MTN etimi kritisika na say yet me critically come from Jay Hokadia, then there's something wrong. When your problem nina your school for now more a share in Sikasobo Bank of Ghana and the Ministry of Finance. No, only your problem nina because now Ken, I'm not getting it too.
You're not getting what?
I'm still not getting it too. Say MPB so more IMF. I'm going to pay their IMF for them. I'm not getting it. In fact, they should we look at the whole situation. Problem in
for them to fund or say president has authorized the finance minister Ken Ofori-Atta to commence formal engagements with the International Monetary Fund, inviting the fund to support an economic program put together by the government of Ghana. It's program be put together and pay funds to support that program.
Funds no. Funds na Nana Akufo-Addo kan wasomnya. Funds no kuruma ya. I say tembia no ye pay the easiest way. The easiest way is say okay, ye kwa abrofo no ma abrofo no be ma iska. Let me give you one typical example. Ye pay the phone, they are not learning. Okay? Russia on sanctions the good Russia so nyina. Russia sanctions ni na America for Oma disturb because omo think say komo ka say ya sanction or manaka Russia for net was to table na ke bi say there Zimbabwe no mo to table e mo sanctions economy bu no hwe de omo yusu omo adwen ehunu say dabi okay yesika no ye best strengthen ama so much strengthen musika and dollar to Russia rubles say 53 rubles and $1 before na ke 112 rubles and $1 but sanctions in ba ya chiri no omatimi a strengthen musika na ma so musika no aye was strengthen na ya de tin na ye de BBC ye timi so bibia free obi de o yimu ana hwe ye toma we mu ye nim say ye di mu e wo kurum hanom I more a consumer no per annum in asem ketwa. But for all these years, we've not made any effort. Say betimi a produce rice. I be feed here one I go for being for Abon.
Yeah, producer ya pay no.
Oh, that's a machines and a perfume rice.
You pay the
Uchi, a machines Ghana form on trade.
You pay the laughing town.
And a machine a machine in the boy saying $20 million you can set up. I bet me I perfume rice on Kurumano.
You don't need a pa.
So no near pedia. I didn't set up machines in your perfume rice. Now, a moon the beers a cram over. And also, dear, how many months and a more as a 50. Shall we say, and book of Funuya, a Yawino Kurumano. Macan was some sa, Miss Akoko Funu. I didn't say a cram Kufuba. Abra, Yan bet me a boy pottery farmers. I'm all my young Kokono to some extent. Yanko Kra and Kufunuma. All this Aiba Buama is Sikana I was strengthened. She I go for Dubai. So 100 Ghana cedis, you know. So say Ken 100 new Ghana cedis na a boom. And it 200 Ghana. Say I go for Dubai no muchai. Omuchai is Sika still lying so yet.
You don't chami count.
Exactly.
Shall have us what say.
Omuchai still lying so and so yet. Also, you see, almost inflation 27%. As inflation we are ban, a cost push inflation. And your inflation it is a boost system. Amaka se be sika buso, and ama more money, fewer goods. Eti na yenya sa inflation we. Where your cost push inflation. Eti then na do hono. Because we don't pay contractors. Where contractor see down ye janica, or ye kwa ye janica, or your school feed ye janica, your supply. Fertilizer in Janica. But when that is in a job, can all job can better economy in Arani. I'm a winner tax. So pay them, borrow money, pay all of them, and then they will work and pay. So the banks will get their monies.
Economic management team no na.
Oma fili.
Kofi Juma tro bibi. Ona wo nima de. Say obi a obetimi a chance ya mentiase. Honorable Max. Last week na the offending. Also, for us to digest properly the IMF issue, we need more details on the conversation with the IMF president by our president. What kind of conversation did they have? Is it a type of conversation that offers an appetizer that is too good to let go? Given the world economic environment, we are assuming too much. Max, you are speaking in parables. Write in plain language. Thank you very much.
The first what you say, yes, you acquire IMF. IMF, we never in acquire IMF. The first what you say, they bet in the acquire IMF. Or may change the munjine. Because, Massa, the economy no, I store because there's no money circulating in the economy. I bind 3 contractors in Inaka. Now, contractors, encourage more banks or Makobo say free or more, no much moka. Mahama yebi and the good banks no. Mahama one check on that escrow. Because some go bobusia every GN bank, go bobusia free. All these banks.
Yes, sir. Mahama yebi the good banks are. I didn't say.
Etina was about yebi. That's why I'm saying that because so uchiya contractors. One check on that escrow. It can't mean a political economy. Every economy beyond government is the biggest spender. And abiding by you say na COVID see. But unima do or say the classical system, you say, or the year infrastructure 1.5 trillion. I don't track the economy.
Louis Obin writes, Honorable Apalu is so right. Haba. I don't know Louis, which part of Honorable Apalu's argument and you're right now? Please let me know.
Biden by which just simply because just to stimulate the economy. Say there be a better idea with room. A 2 of your crown, I said that Bruce can say child benefit. Normally introduce child benefit $250 per child every month. Then just to stimulate the economy to create demand activities in the economy. It is an economy, no one creating demand activities. I forget it, Mahama. The biggest mistake he made was that he refused to pay contractors. One year contractors in Gino, and the banks in Gugu because banks na bank for Bosia. Sikano kwa makoya juma abaya nchiomoka. It almost uncle musica. When the depositors needed their money, they were not able to get the money. It is saying also buy no. Contractors one man for be juma momaye, but you are not paying them. Ebi mako Bosia. Ebi mo do musica tenene akoya juma. It will be one sika kakra no to me jino was no dabi. But the koya juma abaya ntia. It's not a na $1 de go. What's our $1 financial? Not $1 they go simply because also protecting the value of his money. Eti aban enko for no omontina CBM. Me mom there sa IMF no mo kono. It's not the panacea. It's not the solution. It will not solve any problem. Regardless, no matter how much they will give you, omo the amount. Adi abeka acha when say Jesus ka we name be discipline. Now discipline is all about my discipline. You can be disciplined.
President Mama recommended Ghana and call IMF. And I do it by a buy and also or no. It's a coincidence. Okay, it's okay. It's at me and tea.
Yeah.
Akoko that I said trolling. We want to talk money. We must say when I was say Abon, you're born and the kind of way. What kind of national cohesion? And yeah.
Also, you could man politics and acquire politics. Shiasi na me memra
na me sru
o da me chen jai say MPP e wo position you man no di NDC fo aro no say mo onpa mo gba say NDC fo no be shiasi na o maba e na MPP ba power na NDC also bompa ya say the MPP be the be shiasi e to me enu nyina they are not thinking about the wealth of this country Ghana ye die na omo dwunu wo omo de because utie ade a NDC fo no asa omo bobo bi no ma shego. And now we always say
almost say MPP for national Ongo. But I say we say Ongo, I still have in your it is no, I saw more budget so I buy no. Now how many rights over budget so? Almost I buy. Louisiana no can or say every bit of what you are saying, and then he wants the government to reduce number of ministers and reshuffle. So issues of ministers does no reshuffle now.
Yeah, LPG. Honestly, yeah, LPG. Say, I don't need about only 19 ministers because we don't need more than 19 ministers in this country. All these regional ministers in here, we don't need regional minister. What is the purpose of the regional minister?
He takes care of the region.
Which region? Because every district be our head of the district. What is the role of the regional minister? Every district, even if you come to Kumasi, for instance, Swami, DC work Swami. Oba Kwada so more DC. Oba KMA so more DC or Okwa Asokwa. I think Asokwa to no Poriko. They have. And you know what is there? Okwa Bosomchia they have their own. What is the role of the regional minister? Oh, the Mechen. What the 16 regional ministers, we don't need them. We don't need them. I'll check. And then there are some ministries we also. To me, they are playing dual.
For instance,
LPG. We don't need any ministry called Environment, Science and Technology because the environment bit can be added to local government. Science and technology.
We almost say what's in China. Say now. Say no, almost say ya na.
I know yeah.
What's in China?
Fine. Yeah. But we amo ati kan ye ni nti no na bia manfo de kasa ba satia we nya pe me satia we nya pe say the manfo si we me hu ni sa me hu ni differently because me hu road be say road ministry road and then transport and then the railway why we should come together because
too loaded for one person.
They are departments, and then each department has a head of department. That's the chief director. So let's take something like sanitation and water resources. Sanitation should be added to local government ministry. And then because every environment
say ministers not also.
Oh, exactly.
How about this conversation about reshuffle?
Oh, reshuffle their check. Reshuffle their check. I said, well, reshuffle because to me, honestly, the finance minister need to be reshuffled because everybody knows so. Oh, no, demand is why I reshuffle because so far as we are not paying contractors there. Maybe who
contractors here people what we say
every economy in the worldwide, every economy because the government is the one who is putting money in that economy. Okay, America, the government used that one to put money in the system, to inject money in the system. And one contractor car. The effect, on the economy, Ken, we say down for wide for home. Who's going to conduct the car? Bank of Quadia Bosia on Hucha Bank and a car. Bank in the Sikan, what's up on Pafu Frosso Bosia. The suppliers almost supplied in the Mobile Moka, almost so many of the workers coming every day. No more contractor, so the workers are motive, but your Moka, almost so any record on Yama would do. Eti Sicano, a circulati. It is a Ukase, conductor yet Mount Janet, Cagonetta, who back economy, simple. And I said,
when NPP told us on resumption of office, more men, no.
Oh, men, the MPP, they have the men, and there's no doubt about that.
So what is
they have the men? But just that some people have been occupying one position for so long. That's all Mama be called a bit sober. Let me give you Kofi Duma Obonidi. Kofi Duma Obonidi. Akoko. See the transformation there. That's what give up.
It is
what the mammy is so mammy. Uncle give up. Not give up.
And we are transforming.
I was transforming. It's such a person. I see moving to another place to go and change them. Take someone watching. Or then they call and my friend is Sigan. What's the best enterprise commission? Or coin was a sound. I'm a organization. I Otu man come system. Eti obi on my go so baby almost sound. Bobby was watching baby and your man could say, son, Mafu Foba. Ebia baby and nation and hormones of Seneman. Move to another place. But what did the imagine I say?
I'm saying Napo's engineer bad crowd.
Napo, education.
Energy.
What about education? He did very, very, very extremely well. Osaba energy. He is doing very, very well there.
To Obi or perform or baby, I ain't you go baby.
Yes, what do you call it was sound?
It's your fucking of Rat and Coy.
Come for it, is so coffee. Eso ko fi o se ono aka na pom di kura no emwa no so ko tena fi wa adwuma no so ma no e se aban no e dey next one ka se bia we me cousin we me brother that yo it's about your legacy yo beja ho akono eno ho asem ne e ka o because sa aban na manani amre na oye ne se busu asem ne adade a okwa ibobo ni tiri so hwe bibia be si sabre we nyina eye ekufa no ibobo ni tiri so. So was a son in Yano, no problem for back. Because MPP, they have equally fantastic guys within the MPP.
But the other time now, can say MPP didn't so much. So Uba.
And because let me share here, MPP idea. As so many and these assistants will say we try it and also we try it. Because
did you say MPP want to break it no?
Because who outside the way idea? Because one, Ocean Yama or more idea. As so much as I say, Felina and this Yama.
Almost even break it no.
Jomuye, to come away
okay. It is a woman corner and this Yaba LPG Moyene.
And have you said, definitely say you mama.
It's possible some of
them. David, no credit ever compare. Yeah, who day will form. What I say, ya who day will form, but yeah, she say a duma, I'm a man for Ati and can say a man for near Muji say, we're too much palua, a problem my Asaniama.
But and yet, next foreseeable feature.
Oh, why not? Obi nim the besichina. Yago ponkwan in the besichina. What I say, but yeah, Nipan, you do a beer, a so show Nipa Sam now who's I deal with the equity, or as a video, or my share. I'm telling you because, I said, all of a sudden, NDC nyamo DB wo kromanu to part or me no ha me chance be I say cruise you must say we cook kakra no we kakra because MPP started very well in their first term. They did well. Look at Woma Yomu school free school Yomu
free SHS.
One district, 140. Everything they did in the first term was fantastic.
It's the second term.
Second term, don't mention that.
Second term, obviously Ukraine.
Ukraine, I want the impact, and there's no doubt about that. COVID, I want the impact, no doubt about that. But never be pre-honor your own because masa obi akoye adwuma so ndua ne kabere ska bakum. Eti aba interest kan of ntwa
waka MPP ne IMF kakra ma mema next 5 minutes yerhwe adekroti SSN no obi tiwa otiwo na oye serious na otiwo ye
se nyame ya dom na me na akonya ne se o mapanyini and me na most see so o mapanyina. The first thing that I will do is I will find money from Bank of Ghana and pay all the contractors. Let's see Kabakuru. No be a waton ko Ghana for tete ahom say Ghana for wo msesi ya nyina esike ni ubibi abotom. Eti abai find money fertilizer for supplies fertilizer pure muka. Omo school feeding pay them. So as a government no we will pay all these people. Secondly, within the next, by the end of this year, I say yes, stop importation of rice, importation of frozen poultry. I say yes, stop because and go call you guys are go acha 3 months and go no do say it is a buyer she say all poultry farmers or more krumwa or bomb mujetri munjiska mufanya kokona more. Obianya ne de so we 2000 you must come with 20,000 we 10,000 must come with 100,000 within 6 months no say you be import poultry krana e be less than what you are doing because ni nyina exchange rate skasa na buy so here I buy $2 billion $2 billion but push Africa for because there are a lot of Ghanaians out there
Ghana for be
me say Ken to see up my bankers will raise $2 billion. Ghana for more boots, Ghana for more crewman. Now more proper interest. Catch them so. Your mom, I buy some 10% interest per annum. Trust me. I buy with on get any minute. When you $2 billion this year. Now you only 2 million. No be 1 million. No be the $2,000. When you $2 billion. And Johnny says, okay, so IMF. I don't get it. So. We need to empower Ghanaians to become owners of this country because it's a ocean. You need not to check about Mainsa, Yadama Newmont, Yadama Anglogo, Yadama Wemo, Abra Ghana for Sunima, then a year, a bit more Ghana for no formal company, no more only the mines. I didn't think I said BBS a problem neighbor. Nobody in your son is cannot call. Shall share your oil, yeah. Abrofone control oil, no, Muyomatica, my. Never then we need to change all those things. We need to empower Ghanaians to become owners of all the natural resources that we have here. And then we start adding value. Because I didn't say both sides need a good ship. Now go turn for 4. The way I got alumina need a baby feed say vacuum. No, we need to build refinery.
President Akufo-Addo Kahon, President Mahama Kahon. President Mills Kahon, President Kufuor Kahon. Omo nyina ka asase bi a wo kan ya. E ba de say le ya no mo ba.
Unim problem no.
No,
problem ne ye e kwan fa so ye campaign no. Ye boka dodo.
Na nya sa na we.
Na say me minister.
E si wo ska ka ba boka.
Be sitie ye boka dodo. We need to control there because can you spending any campaign no. You spending millions, 100 millions.
Nti mo ba esa mo ba be.
Na say ska no. Wo wa akoto aba no. What you be 1,000? What you be 100? What you be 200? Now multiply by the number of voters. Now this car will be a genetic combo. My saying, and yeah, company is too expensive. And to be honest, they need to pay back and pay with returns. And at the same time, on one case also no so pay me good baby. And you know, I saw you know what to me ye e man mo will be our Ghana. Hey. Deda NDC 4 year omudina to me de nyina ye omaba ye adwuma be 27 years. Inim NDC 4 year ye. Aho kire wo Ghana and dodo na free NDC. Aho kire wo Ghana. Eti MPP ni NDC no meta amaso so do mutra nchen. Na yema LPG opportunity. Mini aken
festival.
Yes, Ramo. Mumwaye na LPG so mrabem. Ne ba ba mu a e be se Ghana because akola bi Ghana bi betwa neka. Onya adwuma betwa ka. E be se tem bi sika ba kromo. Oman bi a wura na sika ma kromo de oman na be gu. Your problem o Ghana nyina say we don't put money. Hwe wo da yesusa no. Wo da ke dem nyina na nyini ye. Ye ko secondary school no be kaya. That time ne wo se ye twa koko. Omo se koko kaya October September hano is koko sika ba kuru. That time no wo se sika e wura ne.
Wo se kromo ye de o.
Aye de. But here's the case and koko sika kon critical ye. Ye hu better ma koko ichiaka. So we need to do certain things in this country, do it differently. Let's put money, inject money in the system.
Say the way idea vetina say president feel say Apollo or the brains or the mind or the wherewithal to assist. No, can say the finance minister and tranche be finance minister over succeed.
So President Kachi Kufi Apollo Monday bestati aduma as finance minister. Trust me. Me started Monday, Tuesday. Tuesday we check contract biaka.
Contract is one down for.
That be no down for because that is the only way money will go into the system. Say me say me President Kachi Kufi Apollo Monday, Babuame as a finance minister. Tuesday me check contract in nyina Ghana nyinaka. You credit the account. It's a ledger money. You credit the account. The money will go into the account. Okay. And then they can start using the money.
Percival, many worry in Tiaza na Bekono.
Oh, Jamaica, you know, say me that's some opportunity way. When you go on shroud, no shroud, Jumera, and then Mundi Penina. Nemum, yes, Ghana for or Matra MPP NDC. I'm not saying still like SSI. It's the only solution on the LPG. It's you your bad time now, my sex. Bosumi Betia Kurabiaka. It's Uber Giskapa. It's yes, Ramo, Munina Monto Banma LPG. Nyamaze sana Ghana yede entimi etumpon na Ghana eniye na said e kan no ye ba koko no de mam fa nkwa bonti bi koko ne be ade value na de create nyuma ama mranche ne maba wanya bi aye wokroma uni bobo uni mrikatu a ye ba de sika betete sankura ne nyina from 6 years 7 years
and now the quality of panelists no at 10 awal say so akote baby
what you dey see in back
that's why I say on go penny bi say or requesting new way Ediama, Dr. Baumia, any honorable Ken of Riata. I will be the Osama Mimboni. In the moment, what that a just say, the donor for a sort of penny away here. Now, we hear a friend of Vivian or say, but no more funny in an or say, or Mama, what that it's now so Thanksgiving service. St. Peter's Catholic Church. I just say, sorry, penny of here. Happy birthday to you and to you, Mr. George Odro. Pokududona from Anawoma, and there you are with that. We are special aid to MP for Dotobri constituency. You are 50 today. Opening happy birthday. If you only pay me out, it goes to all for Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and Kenneth Riata.
Whatever we do, we are not. The consequences are there. We are a proud nation. We have the resources. We have the capacity. Don't let anybody tell you. Like when Joshua, Caleb, and others went to spy on the promised land. And only 2 of them came to say that we can do it. And the 10 went around the community, remembering the times, We are not people of short sight. Not going to the IMF. Whatever we do, we are not. The consequences are dire. We are a proud nation. We have the resources. We have the capacity. Don't let anybody tell you. Like when Joshua, Caleb, and the 10 others went to spy on the promised land. And only 2 of them came to say that we can do it. And the 10 went around the community murmuring, you can't, We are not people of short sight.
Akoko Abon kukuruku adie chibia. Ghana mai betu pon ne gina wo mamba pa wo dwene Ghana ho kane. Akoko Abon ye dwumadi amanyuku ahodo ne gina so da won da ye so a wodi makana mai. MPP se ye ne wo sunu kokuruku a wodi ye chi asuo nkam. NDC akatama so okata ne maso. CPP se ye ne nanan makukonyina manyuku no. PNCC ye kube ane na magani amagashia ne hunu amagawo ho. Ti Akoko Abon dwumadi wo Hello FM so. Memenda no pa bia. No siampa imukosi nonkro Akoko Abon eyegigi
abusu asaba bi emuti Akoko Abon Hello 101.5 FM na nyumeko maso ya sene pa ni titi ne specialized drinks and water. It can specialize drinking water and I say drinks na Ghana juma ya ne kama na say specialized na ne cover na purple na akono yi na emum supapa dada na ene ewum ya sheda akwa kutuno amna donko edi afem fidim na aba onoma ma osipi na esita ye wono assault bibiri rubber de afi de wo bottle mu a na nketua de ntemo ne akese okodwa so a bibia bi wo ho sane wo special malt or special energy drink, special cola, special apple, special orange and special ginger enememene na na oche wi ya wo ye yi wo topono o ware eno na de kwase a obi age utum esa so obi a na wo yuso so enyedin osia kumasia na wa okọ nkransa ho na factory no obenya bi etu akoton na se be bia obehu bibia unu se sa asenso de wo ho no special ice and also special drinks offer 0501 301 228 and 0201 301 229 and 0545 071 378 mpenifo bejoso na woso so wonsa akabi Mr. Ernest Afayam ono ene yenhia so chairman NDC obaya obi ababe tue ni sika puduro se yemmonyoma anabo kenufuriata Dr. Baumiano wasa nyom ne yedi dewu me ho asem na abai ene se de obesi aka no oba ene nim sre asi egu ne fufu so Ernesto akwaba
ye ni akene Edward
krofo ho asem na abai ya ti ya se de oba o sre na chanta
Edward so unim se media am always smiling
no je no kre o asem ye ntra akwa bi akọ
titi asem bi esi o
akwa ya akọ good time as Kingsway. Now, maybe that okay time kakana u friend and tuma sorry u friend and tuma na is tuma ko kan ko beginnings every form. Now queen no. What's somebody man said that Miss Romain for back round. Well, now the another two sambra man. Would they ever create me? No, now for just say, I'll quit Tiasia. May Jawa. When I was here, oh, I see me enter NDC MPP. Yeah, me NDC, I mean, we are not so simple. Just no, you don't figure. Oh, Marcia. Oh, yeah, I see me enter. I will. I just say,
young Adam Ken.
Open football. I live a Padlian. Yes, Liverpool.
Yes.
I mean,
yes, Liverpool.
But Liverpool, I never call me Cassie. I mean, when you're the entire say, oh, go.
That is true. I know dear.
On go there.
Time beyond say back, a very strong.
Back four,
especially to see a we are originally a yes.
Back for near Van Dijk.
Yes. Or only keep adding a
Konate,
a baby.
Trent, Robertson.
Exactly. Yes.
But our party there's some wash ongo.
Mention this year ongo.
Till we see. Yes, we.
Yes.
Not going to the IMF.
Yes.
Whatever we do, we are not. The consequences are dire. We are a proud nation. We have the resources. We have the capacity. Don't let anybody.
So what this means is, I say, the year you class we are shooting the gun. So President Akagrana, President is somebody, but the finance minister says, don't let anybody.
Yes.
And the answer, I'm going to say, and I'm going to say,
and yeah, no, can't say me. Okay, I said me about 3 months ago. Yes. And then we a different day. And definitely that time.
That day na no work.
Day na work no. Na Ghana na any decision be say be ko IMF. Anka ye
mate ye mate
na ye anka ye be free IMF bukra.
Na me mo akwa ba. Ano ba fire. Kinedwe. So as you are bechi awasofo.
Wa woni. No dey say ya dey da ho. Kinedwe di nyame na adom ye na da sutin kwam. So say you say even a second of your life or a minute of your life here into that secret. Ti bi me chia ti fo ina na ya da say do ready as say wa ma ye ina yen kwana. Yes I think kuma
ne ko IMF.
Oh, Kinedwe. Kinedwe said you ye say ya say. E say ma wa e kofi o. Ubo ken for that voice I no respond. What about president voice not respond? What about Dr. Mamuba o me voice not respond? What go do sana na me ni ye program.
What about vice president? About former president John Mama voice.
No respond.
Okay.
So go here awali.
Yeah, awal.
Debi.
Ye kan awal.
Awal. Bia do betima ya bwana ne say na sara na open ye be yamma no kwan na amanfo ntimi to abama no say na onka ho asem but the aka ne de ke besere say onja mai na onye nka be kire de mamema Baptist for in Shalom to Living Spring Baptist Church so for remove ntwefredia ne na ho kan ni e chia mo pa na ma chia ishaye so for ina na wa papa Dr. Samuel Sabo Bi obi a mechia no ambassador Hinaje Kum Mrs. Apia Jumo and Mr. Bimpoma from we na a party for pay for more me constituency na machia a party regional chairman and regional executive sing na Kinedwe say unim say said the city and only our baby that's all pre-BBA say also here then o support no mechia wa no ma wishing well say position now open as a national Nasara coordinator or MPP muno omunya na dom no mo fama because awal kwa MPP muno well tunu ho ache wa ye adwuma wo ho abo pa and an field so and na opese wura no nti say omode ma na ebebo and only say de be ha me kakra pa ne say position de onya wi a ombo ko position na akwa so no ba na asara na de o ma ko position anu pani ade but o do mo fama no na on testing a holding na incredits na mencha apalo his excellency on say his excellency all the nkomo ina no nti kukudu obeka say the party the baba power the oka say NDC ni people ahihye hu nti ade nti NDC ni people tumi ni hihye hu na ono so after 8 years you know no so aba but all the same and then so utie ni nkomo di num na well to say ono so kra no wapa akakra on say nyoma enkoyi but Kinedwe oh yes smart too. Ubisa says President Akoko Addo kase ombe finance minister. Echina obey was see or started you might do that. The following over Chiaka. Or first time in the check contract.
Also, the apprentice cow. We knew what that means, but
Naka no better when you scan away. The person who will be obey some magic. So started my
Ghana Yani DCD. You now be apprentice in the brave.
Oh, because Sicano. Oh, I see. And also nearby there. They say maybe I want mum day. Sanka ye can Ghana Nibia cow Dibia HF no be any day.
Yes, and Ra said the Liverpool supporters be and need GSA Mohamed Salah assigned for another 3 years no. And this was also any papa.
Said they
say MP before I say own go. Discuss.
Oh, where they want my kai.
So there's some
discuss here. One my kai Ibia. Sure, if your father is a DC, propose a state about 4 reasons the causes of unemployment in that area and profess solution. Now, Crown was my father is not a DC.
Simplicity.
Simplicity. And you answer
it's just you can't discuss.
I will discuss.
So I move on.
I want to say, we see, Salah assigned 3-year contract with Liverpool.
Oh, I mean, Liverpool supporters need how many J papa because
now Sadio Mane do call
now quiet as a conundrum. Be or say will he go or will he not go to sign or not to sign? That was a question. And suddenly, or sign we or ordinary chair cameras not the. Or say Salah stays.
Wow.
Yes. Salah stays. Will stay.
Yeah. And to go or not to go. To sign IMF or not to sign. I am against or not against.
We have the men. We have the men or we don't have the men.
Yes. Now finally, they are signing into Niger Abakruma. There be a Niger Abakruma. The SNC say the MPP Abon led by His Excellency President Nana Akufo-Addo. And a bedi Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Economic Management Team Head, and Finance Minister Ken Oforiatta. There, and in a bedi John Kuma. There, Ababy and said they have eaten humble pie. Oma can send be wokruma. Can it be rare? A memoir. Yen ajitumanye is how one casacra wa bushia will manage. Uno ireno, but the nuclear family. Can Edward, and ye easy. Papa no bet me sorry akwa adwuma na adwuma na okono nyoma wo go through wo na we re no momum the Father's Day preaching be by I say o papa timi kwa adwuma ne abon asum but the kakra obeje de abafia abehwe ndi oba no de ahye no nti it is not easy managing oman nti oman no so amamuo no so ubu a woni nipa bebre de ebu maka say me limiting from the Fourth Republic. I'm paying on my bay now. Meaning so be our pepper. Say or percent obey bibi man in mine. Say the bear, say a good name is better than riches. That be a one one more. Yaboni diso. I'm paying way by what me A B C and D. Now all babu minor. A nipa no babu nya shop before. And the nipa no so no babu a minor. Unimo be a trim. Obi or pepper. Obi su ni opepa obi su kra de wo kra na wo yo mampe no no obepa so obetwitwa wo nantina kopim so obefiri ono no so aba nti those things are there but yet ase say o man a ye chichire o man ama nchirima na say ye yanka itimi a political spectacle ready to ho say okay edu baby a yenhwe man na aya nanka but now the fee senki akoye nim but politics entrenched partisan political positions. And ama ene ababe wie say ya wo ka be wie ni say obi a hye ongu nte so obi enije so ho ne kura
wo chuma no esibone me ka say ese obi enije
me da bi
enra me monitor the social media space and America said na NDC for any they were trolling the NPP for and we just make candy at it.
Oh yes
sadly koe eti also NPP NDC ni America say omo ashe ongo mueni aji nyesa
oh eti na me chire mu ba
na wo me na me ka say
oh da bi kenedo e bia wo na
wo da say na say wo de ninye men ka say mueni na aji
kenedo be ku me
rightly so
yeah it's rightly so ya ka untie no
yes no omo di huru mu say omo men
Oh yes, me ka ba ho.
Okay.
Me say na wa ron kasa. Ma me ne Dr. Smart me chia na pa Dr. Smart for yenye adwuma na. No kasa wa ha.
Sorry Kofi.
Ma ne Kofi.
You matter. If you just
Auntie, yes. Yeah, my. Nti na me ka ba ba bi si se. So obi wo to me. Na obu man a. Ese se wo ka ne kora kire amanfo no ti mamufo no. Se de nwunu bia na se wo ka ne kora kire wo. Ba so obi be ka ne kora kire wo mo. Na me gina kire na me ka se hey da bi oboa nye se na tie. Man ni sika wo mu. In fact, eni se komodi ye oman ye to oil. Be 5 years ni na ye de akọ IMF. IMF krampo de ye boni chese wo kwa IMF unima memuo wo kwa IMF kire se wo de wo ye incompetent. Ha we na be wie na ubenya to me. Na ubu man no. Na man na ubeji ye na ubu no na yo IMF mu aye be wie program no bi abe 2 to 3 years time. Na uba na o extend the program no ho na say ma amanfo ti ase say there be said ye kan no mre bi said there be IMF nya na nipa no ba ye no wan twem na wa extend no kire say bibi papa bi wo ho but amanfo anti ase sa bibi aye man ya ba bedri on my economy no ejija. In fact all head debt to GDP ratio bibi en nam no o timi kakra ma ne ye o hwe inflation rate. We had the exchange rate, see the no depreciation, see the no attitude against the dollar, the euro, the pound. We have fuel board and a diesel board over 62 cedis a gallon. Now we have said the new board cost. We have said the cost of living, sitting rent board, water bill, electricity board. So we have business and no man who can dia over fadia ye ni na board cost. Nti ye wo man na ye ka amanfo na ka na wonya ban mu mpemfo no mo still o maka se debi o eye na ebedum pempenso bi na expert ka se debi edu no mo ye nyina ye ntena se na ye nwene asoman na oye the moment abe raise opposition bia na say wo yo mambofo ni eno na dia bedu a ye ba be ko se ye ba be implement yi levy ne do utie de course wo man mo ha se. Yes, there be the reaction of Oman for night, Mamufona, was it there be 11 Yapon, you so I buy your town hall meetings all over the 16 regions. Boka Nina, baby, and I say, oh, 11 no solve your problems. A bit my yet your contractor for car, a bit my creative 11 million jobs, 11 bit your NAPCO for car, national service car, a baby, you yes, there be. 11 in point me yes adwuma we na amanfo level omo obi kasati a 11 na say omo yo mambofo enna kikri ahun kwa wo passage ye ko pass level parliament ye hu the back and forth course wo hono bi mu kra level speaker say we nipa bonini ko fa we na ye twetwe ni ye ko pass 11 enedwe ye pass 11 wie ye bosumu miensa ena nya the de facto President of Ghana. Yewura Gabi Ochredako. Nchebia no betwete say 11 no. Said the omususu se nka disika bebre na emfa sa ama. Omu expect be 475 million every month. But omenya be 54 million. Na so mo hwa said the economy dia ebeye din. Na kinedwe ade ba kwa medi hu yaw. Na me ka na me ni atata. Say people living with disability PWD for ya. Yedi toll booth ama omusu ejika kakra ko mano yesi 11 nti ya twa toll booth nyina wo Ghana he na adechi nyina nipa bebre lusu omu job to mu ni adwuma okrom ha ye kokan ye nti obi awa hase ene ye sorry koda sorry ya IMF unsem tama 11 ba ye so mu consider IMF kwema fosi da bi hwe expert kasai ye be wie ye Keno for that as yanko IMF ne yanko IMF china na ye wo what it takes say ye betimi aboye bra na ya GFA hudie in terms of sisi kasem Kennedy Japan kra de o ka say wo be ko IMF dia it said there na chese wagia to me say wa fail o man no na chese wo hand over power to the NDC. In fact Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia the head of economic management team who kai din no. See, your work economic management team will turn the country around. Professor Jambafo, Dr. Akoko say, Dr. Efiri Akoto, Honorable Alan Chirematin, Boache Jakon, Ken Oforiata, Senior Minister, your Wasafo Mafo. Was a Sankrofo way, it wouldn't in dear Matani economy now around. Sankrofo Obubo Dini in area, what a solid team, what a fantastic team, then Abedueha. Sankrofo and my mama, yet a 40 member committee. So, Mumma Sika, Assembly City depreciation. Sa 40 member committee no report when yet TV ekra na city no atitia pansam. Enti kinedwe. Wo bia waka che Ghana fo ina se IMF ye musuo. Wo bia waka che Ghana fo ina se IMF ye evil. Wo bia waka che Ghana fo ina se wo mu ni mamu no mko IMF. Na se ade achi na wo dimbrika. Akwa wo come Matthew 7:7 na ye say ask and you'll be given, seek and you'll find, knock and the door open. Wako jina ho knocking. Say GA say double standard way Ghana for say me MPP for and some of mo kan ye a umbedi adie nyina no on say sebi no krebi enim because say wonim say ukọ radan we mu ukọ aye be blast o na wo kan na wo wie na sa ko rasa adan ni mu a na che say wan kasa no wada Ghana for anti kinedwe de man Ghana for bia na bi munti ba hello de menim say dipa be brate copies na the aba be wie ni say dear MPP for kasati aye no on go now ma hye no nye ba akopɛ wo o ma hye hat trick o ma kasa hye o mo 3 goals ya rehusam IMF nkanye bone kinedwa me ka kire o say IMF ye bone a enka ye join ni asoman ada ne ye ntie ho mfiri ho IMF ye ade e wo ho a esoso countries ase Egypt dear o ma economy yesi ye de enso na Egypt wa IMF nti ade na mo mani look like say IMF yes sabonsam na nei ababedu afede mo ko de awale peso kan yina no pe ya na kenedodo onya nka ya me be peso kan o peso kan say oh emre asesa be na asesa wo kasa na wunim wo si ye kosoro ba sanom kan yo come on executive from IMF program kenedodo kai Ken for real tattoo party e wo the finance ministry K party you see 3 almost celebrating your miensa euro bond ya subscriber man abro so 2 ye free IMF 3 CD appreciation no mo ye K party na Ken for real takuta na han na wa che yina akra sa gum no na say mfie mienu miensa chi Jesus Christ of Nazareth Ghana for in some mabama bu
I tell you this man is going to throw a watch party.
In fact, sir, Dr. Smart is for example party I met my watch.
Oh no.
Oh yes. Because you know
Dr. Smart. The dean in the song.
Oh, sir, dean in the song. And go really? Nyamene hine. Dr. Smart said the Canadian DKD. I just said, I'm going to do that.
No, so can't you do that? I'm the president and I can't say to us. How do I declare you at times about program? I watch him. Oh, that be of the Utuka BC baby. Oh, what packing? Oh, what join it to truck? A woman.
Canadian. Oh, yes, smart.
Maza.
Wouldn't be why
smart.
I had to say to you, I had to say, we are paying asama bana wudi asem no na parties na wudi asem ba ko kasa na won say ebufo yaba na wa the sense of humor bem eno no why no wa stop me chasa wa ye tiefo ya kinedwe asem control why ye idi
masa so obi a be catch us menye hwe kinedwe sasa wo person si for ma and then mama
me see for say una wa bem
wakasa 17 minutes oh
that be
17
are you sure
7 minutes
and then come on here because me are you sure there be me about 3 minutes try into them aka 6 minutes ma me we why
and then they will be almost to fu na to nko
oh there be ma me did it Ghana for mutie there ya ba do ni say IMF me dey me hu ni say enye bone me no me hu ni say enye bone
then be before na man enye bone
yes o man bastardize IMF enti uni ense kia kwa IMF ndada o but because they ya ni hu amomo na ye dia amomo because ade o makase tiam abamu penfo nyina kase tia na say ba be wie na ba be kwa won say ya rehusem enti se metena na me kase IMF ye bone na echina bi ye wa abam ne kwa IMF a ubebo tip na kire me but enye bone there you say ukọ hono ma ukọ siki financial prudence So what you say? And then one kasa na mo kan manya nyamya ya do manya excuse me no COVID and Ukraine Russia. Nti no na mo di twitwa mo ho. E na me ya ka chem so man bi kura na economy ni ye kro no so akoko. Nti nka enye bone. So what you say? But the oma ye no, unim say emma Ghana for nyi omu ni bio. Because ade na wo kan ya ma esake nipa bi onu to ma.
Yes, sebio kwasi ankwa na esesa na do. Nti se watimi asesa na do ne a se oye nipa waje ne mfunso otum or retrace ne steps when they get them wrong. Nti no so bit me and baby some more confidence in them.
Yeah, can you me know we adwene. Sebi yes kwasi na esesa na adwene. But on say entrenched position now mu take ye ne say the no mu si e kan sem no. Last week ya kra no omo kisi su dua. Say enya de ombeko IMF no. So enti me pese enen na omo ko no. Omo ma Ghana fo nti ase say IMF no enya de bon.
Thank you. Mami ball break na men konkotie Awal Mohammed also so a person or ye Nasara coordinator. They say YEA. Now Awal the woman say ene eni bi pa na shame say membo me washama na be ne mamuna. And I'm watching now the way the ongo. Now mami kai few text messages. I call whoever so I said that per say odinsu good there can say Mr. Fire American. Into I said that what King Edward, good morning. With all due respect, there is a huge and uncontrollable traffic from Mercury to Cronum due to uncountable potholes, and it is sinful. Arthur Thomas and the kind. Where the Swami MPUTia time I fire air fire no. Every year said that person the traffic assembly to ya carry the fire what it still stands. Okay. Thank you very, very, very much at all. Well, George Opoku Amponsa will drive in the state. I'll say good morning. Ghana going to IMF is not too much of a problem. I only pray that the stinking conversation of LGBT plus will not prevail as one of the conditionalities for accessing the fund, especially at the time Ghana's parliament is working on a bill to stop LGBT plus. May God save our dear country. Mr. Awan.
Yo, me da se Ken maminchia yetiefo nyina na minchia mpanifo a me omo ewa ha, especially chairman afaya me hu na che me a me ba fie ha che me da se for this opportunity. I think say IMF obi ni ho a waka say IMF ya de boni even in 2014 government and I say 2015 government take a decision say omoko IMF no obi ni ho can say IMF the boni say bia there is an audio like that nka yembo the United say can say IMF the boni yen kan sa again ye buy ya can say yenko IMF no baby ni ho can say ya pull out of IMF it is a mutual fund inti say ye contribute na ye bibia time bia no ye tie na ye contribute say edru time ho ye hia ba na okwa enye hwe de nti ama ase ni nyina no akosenta na yaka se adentina wo ko IMF san se wo criticize former president Mahama for going to IMF yenhwe the prevailing circumstance in that time na yenhwe ene de ekoso na yemfa enye analysis in who say this time justify say obi be ko IMF and I said that time they justify so we go IMF. The prevailing circumstance and a so we go IMF nti. Ya ba enu yanka say ya pull out of IMF cra.
But now listening to what the finance minister was saying, not too long ago, it does say any we used to say any with all due respect, not only vision, only foresight.
Baby.
What he said.
As at that time, we wanted to expand the tax net.
3 months or less than 3 months. What can say now? Let's just say.
In September,
do you mind if I repeat?
Oh, Mati repeatedly.
Now, young father, word by word.
Mati repeatedly. But then I make a say,
Professor Sawa. Now, one sign tricks him. Yes.
And until I'm a crown, me starting me point in the minimum say a hawkran a professor and the Ajah Mokra. Say, young yanka say ye be free IMF kra nti time bia no ye contribution ye contribute to ho nti ye kwa hwehia am na yakọ ho But yɛnhwɛ prevailing circumstance then. Na yɛnhwɛ ene prevailing circumstance. Ne say ene anka the conditions are a womb in 2014-2015 and a woman ne ya anka yɛkɔ IMF anka obia bɛka sɛ enya papa. Eno na ma Dr. Smart mu nyinaa no even in 2014-2015 ka sɛ ade no nya papa. In this because you only lost control of the economy. Na global crisis be anyhow.
And what is happening this time?
That time no, na global crisis be anyhow.
This time global crisis.
Na CD up depreciated by 40%. That time. Na be anyhow. Na inflation as at that time. Na we are see fanai baby and obia fundamentalsekuyi. Na yakura de na ye doomso induced economy. Doomso nkwa ma ye ko bailout. To the extent that President Bekan said, Mills Jan economy ana a grow double digits no. Or we namna maneka dumpi. It was set or call for bailout. And nuntin ama osha the prevailing circumstance then. Na o may be any who him. At that time. Ye de na ye doomso. Any a mismanagement of the economy. And no nama or call IMF for a bailout. Because why will you go to IMF for a bailout when you even had oil at that time? Na a boom. But then, obienim enya dia ahinte obia se between 2017 and 2019 economy abeto se na aye bankrupt no. Na GDP growth na 3% average. Na inflation 15.5%. Na interest rate policy rate at Bank of Ghana edema banks no na 25.5% no. Ye buy between 2017 and 2019. Na average inflation is 7.4%. Na GDP growth equal 8%. Interest rate equal 13%. That is policy rate. Free 25.5 above 13.5%. After I know and a global pandemic by say global pandemic aba ye nyina ye ne nsonson so a sa covid edi abre amanman nyina ewiasam afana nyina enye faako and Ghana nso is not living in isolation. Ene uko US omu inflation is 40-year high. 40-year high inflation in the US, a 40-year high. In the UK, a 40-year high. And the UK is on recession.
Now Ghana as well.
Ghana only your friends say some 60, 70 years high. The last your friends say the West was in 2004. That time I'm not president for a recover economy. So Osha, we are doing something better. And what should I say? We're really managing the economy. So I'm passing US almost a perfect society, a perfect, your friends say a bigger economy. Air core inflation 40-year high. Now UK core 40-year high to the extent that we go a demonstration. If you cry petrol talk because of Russia, Ukraine in a kikahum. It is a ene ya bedroom pamponsoya. Initially, I can say the betimia ya betimia boy and say, Osha Ghana for do a tuya taxa, direct tax. Me know the doctor, any Kenneth, no more, yet 2 more direct tax. You only 2.3%, 2.3 million. It's less than even 15%. Average in Africa, around 17, 18 to 20%. Omo direct tax. Abai bia ye manifesto bia can say buy be widen tax net no be dey widen tax net no eno ntina ma ye de e-levy e buy as part of the year you bet man widen tax net no
and the ban say e-levy say ya mama de buy eno na
opposition a e-levy enyae to the extent that we make kura say if na oka say o send this scam obi a na oka try say me send this scam my say e-levy bet me. Meanwhile, enya wona ono o je no kra no yente no but afaya mo aka say 11 no o yisika na etew eti amankrofo kra jai omo nye so say enkrofo enye ye friend say eyi sa enye mobile money na definitely a better form what do we do? You better avoiding tax net no. The only thing I was saying is say was set your call, you weigh all the options are a bit me a boy. And no kahon. And even with economy, na yejitum say economy no, and shut down koye, obi any wakasa economy koye. Nanso, there is an expansion in LEAP. Free senior high school. That time now call IMF no. Na free senior high school na ni ho. Na ko for school fees. Na yo dum som. Na LEAP na dodo na enye te sene. Na school feeding na dodo na enye te sene. Na watwa we mo teacher allowance. Watwa nurses allowance. Wo ye ni nyina wie yo. Na so ka se wo wi nam na manaka dompe. Enti wo se wo ko bail out. Enti enei ena sa circumstance wo Ghana ha. Anko bi abe kasetia. Eno na ma professors ni nyina kasetia. In 2014 o kasa oko bail out. Obi akasetia say na ho de watwetwe we mu nyina that am kra na condom kra na tax. Na taxes bebre a ye de agugugu so na kaya ya ogina ani mu ha no kra. Oso no ma na esa gini bibi. Ni nyina ya betwam. Ye twa 17 new sales taxes mo. Between 2017 and 2019 bisa wo hu say taxes sen na edika ho. Not even a single one. Yeah, for tax bianca we abolish taxes. Mema kuma 17. But after 2019, COVID aba. Omani or amama nyina ehu amane. Nti obi ehu amane dia. Ene wo se yehu ekwan e betima fa so. Enu nti na ama e de be 10 pesos e beto be fresh fan also. Just 10 pesos. Dia kan nyina no eye mahama time ena ye de sa taxes na eto so. Nti beti se obi ka tell me say aban yi taxes ta e wo petroleum so ni na keka ho e do so na. Ni nyina kra ndru 2 cities. Ni nyina o kan nyina buma is around 2 cities 70 pesos. Eti eno na ama ya bedru baby ya yedru. Se edru ene na se amai man a omo giant economy to say Egypt. Eko IMF. Kenya eko ene other countries nyina Tunisia. Kra eko IMF for a bailout. Eno chiro say baby ya bedru. You can say ye nko IMF at that time 3 months ago ye kan. October November. One name say in 2019, one name say COVID beba in December. Obi nim again, you can't say yes E-levy. You nim say E-levy estimated sika betimi enye free mo. You can say 6 billion. Unkrofo say yampene ye be usika da oboton kro ye beje. You can say there be a transaction na yete. O say there be you say ye yim profo kra free mo. Obi a wo ye transaction be do 100 Ghana ye yin afiri mu 3,000 a month. There be 100 Ghana 3,000 obetimi at send 3,000 free. Da almost omo penny bi MPB ekotena TV3. Where your first Dr. Clement Park was say ukra say no ono e discan send koma ni constituent oni kroma ye betini ya sati nipa no. Me say what yase pa wa hyeda. Ena wote ha ka say send koma nipa no kra ye tete. Abra who send ya na ete. But wo ya yente. Nti say yadru ba bi ya yadru ya. Mo say ye nko IMF. Esan say ye kwa IMF a be boy. Ti say ye kwa say obi a score ongo. Ensema ye kan no sanka pese anka ye ongo dia. Ke nanka ya ka say tama ya ka say ye nko IMF no. Ye ka say entina kra IMF etie ya ye contribution ye twem. Ena anka enena ka say ye san ba ne ya be join ni IMF. Ne aka say ne why U10 there be da so ginam. But I can say at that time there na ehu hia say be ko IMF because ye expand the tax net no na enye mani pa bebre no emra tax bracket no omba tax bracket no a ebetimi aboa because say ne metua all the way friends taxes are obi etua bi esan tua income tax esan tua your friends taxes are obi entua bi dia eno kire say expand a obi betimi abam aman eneti am aboa it we any there a difficult situation a difficult your friends circumstance ye drew iti eno ehia say e wo say ye kɔ na ye kɔ ye before that e be kɔ no kra no na ye homegrown policies again before say e be kɔ no na ye homegrown policies to the extent that aban penny bia no fuel a woje no ye tesu by 50%. This is about 2 months ago and 3 months ago ye tesu by 50%. Akatua ye san tesu even a Ukraine your friends spending of every state institution no yet is by 30%. It ye kwa IMF ya ye homegrown dada bailout na omudi be man conditions ni shada nye dire compared to time Yeah, compared to time I be or mine reckless in their expenditure. So who say usika? O koje besi anipa ne better thing. But when you who say ya manager adini
Matthew, say ususu say a free SHSE and you're affected.
Debbie.
How would you know?
Esan say yenim ekwan a ye fa so e de ye friend say your oil money. Ye believe say President Akufo from 2007 believe say ye beja bibia to a standstill. Na oman no aye an enlightened oman a ebeboa ye achen say e be sisi adan. Se u building nipa na me tell hi anka me papa take the decision. Me papa dankasa o te asante fija say take the decision. Say anka on fa me go school sisi dan amamia. Me think this anka be invite me on this show. O building nipa na obetime build on mine no. Enu nti free senior high school there entache no kra.
Enti awan. Ebe so musa say be a wo yiyi toll booths ni ade free o say more restore ye. Anka ensa fa kakra meka e-levy ho na musa IMF
toll booth no mako 34 or so me refi the figures na Ghana 34 years. Ni nyina no sika yenya in the year 74 million Ghana cedi. So and your friend say the inconvenience. Okay, I said we are there. Only the year before say ye baby am. Minister joining. Minister of Road. Who said traffic ho. What joining from toll booth now. Away friend say custom barrier. I walk ufri konongo bana. What joining here before so beba bedru kubease na watua 1 cedi no. Na wadi be 40 minutes. Minister we did 40 minutes within 1 week, no, because he free her because he inconvenience. So offering crime. Ebe drew her 2 hours. Now the 40 minutes echo hokeke. Now the 30 minutes eba kumasia. And which will say the productive hours are you good. And I'm free in crime bar. Me buy your bedri within 3 hours na bedri. Na speed be nim. Esan say ye sa you know efremo. Enti eboa me because me free akra be 10 p.m. By 1 a.m. na me ha. And which will say sanka we no ho a anka inconvenience ka bia mentimi anya pra na eba be 2 because metra to butu mienu ba ko na e wa akra na masa betra de wo ye friend say we miensa ba ko ya akra de wo kwawu ene de wo ye friend say kubiase no eti wo behu say one hwe na ma bedu 2 o'clock and 2:30 no intimi ndan sorry emma ha embe ye program eti wo behu say productive hours wo say Kenneth be friend Mr. Atem be na obeba oba eno na time bia no me ba na ma ba late no but me ba ja obia first me ba studio ha me ba late me ba Saturday because me free akra na eba me ba na ma bre because we 4 hours 30 minutes to 5 hours
and now be ja obia
me ba ja obia awal eno one kan wa ha but we do say bia me ba studio ha me ba late
what prepare bia faso aka wa
me be kwan bi but me kan say on mine no ye hihye ne kakran
awala ye be asipi
kwan ya e fa so eye no
ma komani so far Nasara campaign that is
ye guso papa me gidi say Nasara for no I say this time around ye nyi Nasara no free the buga type ukoye buga ozongo munim chen because almost terrain no and this any buga ye pa in the zongos yemfa nimde yemfa strategy in 2016 ye the strategy where ozongo na niska na Nasara kwa na the beating ka ho national baako region baako constituency baako we had 23% of zongo votes MIU we need 7 dominated zongo constituencies in 2020 lusu ni nyina in 2020 na strategy be na dura zongo none but na ya no ma bebre even me say me call western of ameba me bedru nyina hini before so bedru nyina probi friend attack room on the left you see complete 6 unit classroom block for zongo ankola woman omukoso you see bebre Kroma Sante Fija se mako miensa. Unim say ye besi senior high school hwe manifesto na. Ye ka say ye besi zongo senior high schools mako 16. 16 no de eba e wa Sante Memo no. Ye si na Sante Fija se. Meanwhile ye si Islamic school 6 unit mako 3. Efijasi Institute of Quranic Studies ye si 6 unit e wie kwala na wuram. Oko Asokore Hamdania ye si 6 unit e wie Oko Seneja ya 6 unit ewie Ye be senior high school, ye zongo senior high school. Yes, Santiman Mudia, because I can say, region be a besi bako. If I say that, we need to communicate what we can do. And I said, the send a beya and zongo phone be who said, at least if for nothing at all, for the first time in the history of zongo, 40. And Kualao, we are zongo for Makumaku 40 or more Cuba in a year or more third year. Or more be medicine. It's a sound more. But we need to have a robust communications machinery.
Thank you very much. From YEE, gunning to become the national coordinator for Nasara. And they said, Empire Nabomara will be Jayu. Okay, the area will win. Or best strengthen the party no more.
Oh, I know the some wishing you well.
All right, okay. So a few text messages now, Dr. Smart Sapon Abem. And another, of course, the NDC should not jubilate over the MPP's decision to go to IMF, because this is not news. And no matter how the money, what matters is how the money will be put in use. Mr. President, Ghanaians need a reshuffle of some of your ministers. You are old enough to know what I'm talking about. There are many young guys out there, and Awal is speaking the truth. Ghanaians, listen to him. Okay, Awal, you have a thumbs up from somewhere. Kindly wish Doreen Donko, or A.K. Akusua Kwendu of Luton, a belated happy birthday for me. If he, Mr. Kweku, Ado Brakun of Tall, Deba. I'm not getting my party government to. Is our president who drives our economy or minister? Why isn't that minister? Why isn't that minister is saying that we wouldn't go to IMF, and you president is also saying that we must go? Why? My own president Anado, why are you giving the power to NDC on the silver platter? By doing that same thing NDC did. Okay, I don't get. I'll say a friend. Manauba Stephen of Pantang. Mapuche, I say now our parliament is 50-50, and former president won the opposition has warned the opposition MPs never to approve any loan. Now we landed in IMF. Do NDC think they can give any good governance? I don't get some of these. As long as the battle has ended, the MPP and President Ado have taken Ghana to IMF. Baumia, where are you? See the kill dollar, Mr. Kofi Oman Kranso. Teacher Kujo Otepe in a susu. I think going to the IMF is the only solution after the government couldn't be the target of the e-levy. Why should Ghanaians gamble after hearing the government was going to... why should Ghanaians grumble after hearing the government was going to the IMF? Ghanaians are refusing to pay the e-levy because of the NDC propaganda. So the only alternative is the IMF. Abbas Abogobu was a big shame unto all of you who said Mama is a lazy leader. That was why he went to IMF. Baumia and Alan should not even think of contesting the 2024 general elections. Ebusiapeni Charles Krum Ejafu Bosonchi constituency. Ebusiapeni Charles Krum. I say I am a die-hard fan of MPP. People call me Osono Asem. I'll be very disappointed if MPP goes to IMF. It will be very hard for me to vote for MPP again if they go to IMF. I voted for Nanado in 2016 and 2020 because of JDM bad governance. But Nanado is very, very poor. IMF again, JDM, we need you back in 2024. Crespo Fufu, I wonder why NDC is jubilating. As if NPP alone is going to IMF. But it's the whole country that is going to IMF. Okay. So the IMF has ended talks with Sri Lanka, failing to conclude a deal for a bailout package for the near bankrupt nation after 10 days. Things are not getting better economically all over the world. Kabila Ewachuma Fuasi. OPK or Patriotic Voices go. So I said another NPP are in IMF not because of mismanagement but due to global crisis. But Mama and NDC were in IMF because of poor management and profligate spending. So that is the difference between the NPP and the NDC. And the NPP will bounce back stronger than before. Kafa or Thanos. So if indeed the finance minister said this in his statement sometimes past, and now turns around in anticipation to go into IMF, then the minister must resign. Kebedu Ashtown, my bra King, Kofi is very right about all his submissions, referring to Kofi Apanu. And Douglas or KST. In the former sector, construction is the biggest means of generating income, but this government is not ready to invest. In the Ashanti region of Ghana, Achuma North District is the largest area where we produce maize, but this government has no reason to invest in farming over the area. Meanwhile, Dako Farm is in that area. All we do is boil the maize and chop dokono, nchechra, edibi, and other stuff. That's a bro. And I'll be opposite the other day. You're finding Kukwediana. Here you read to Tumpina. Eric Kukwedi Bichim or say IMF or not, MPP is better than NDC, but we need competent leader like Honorable Kennedy Akompre Japan to break the age. Regards to Michael Osei-Watson. And finally, Ali Baba Omadina. Was the E-Levy is speaking to this corrupt and insensitive MPP administration is full of talkatives and sloganeering people with self-praises. The alternative NDC says gradual free SHS, cancel nurse and teacher allowances, no NAPCO. This amount of money spent on these programs proposed by Missionary JDM would have saved Ghana. At this time, Dr. Smart Sapon.
Minia King Edward is slave.
Because
and then they may judge my fire.
Because and then Oka say fire am say. Oka say fire am say. Fire am sad test me say. Oba be sam to party man.
Hey. Emma say also me sponsor. Onye wa leave me out. I am a bill out adumamia. Kenan carry nka party be ko so my council. Good. Ken ye that's it. Na ya che abusuafo nso a no more studio. Me no me chairman and Minia well. Na ya che pimpim so agibreti e won mu hwe ya mama no ni ade nyina ya chiam. Ghana ashe nkomodi ase a de beko IMF. Na mamen kai ye nyina ya hu se 2017 ekosi 2019 somewhere in 2018 ye free IMF program bi ase no. Na Abon no intention is to go back to IMF because na eniema at that time na a year. Yina ye kaya Ghana yen kwa huchim throughout. Around that time eniema ye pa yina ye better of the so can be a boba. So somewhere in 2018, 2019 and na planting for food and jobs jina na so pa and now share figures no na a year. North hobe bina emo to edu baby so top one bag cry. I just said, one bag account. Now 2 bags, 1 free because that storage near the cry challenge near the. Inti yaji any pen as on my policy rate. Na Bank of Ghana aba no be announce na interest rate at aba form. Me kai say somewhere around that time, some of the banks were giving very very low good competitive interest rates. 16. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That mean person me bank BID. What body I mean for Republic Bank income?
Yes.
They were doing very well. And the minimum rate, but I mean they were one of the most competitive banks.
Average is 24%.
Na Enti yaji any pain. Inflationary rates were in the single digits. 7.4, 7. BB near there so my the guy Mebunu Kroya TC Abontin, Dr. Nyas Mo Napco. Na Independence Square Numako Nefe. Enra 26th, 29th And lest we forget, no lawyers for no Matthias Day.
30th June.
30th June. I'm saying this, and yes, we will forget. Yaji any pain.
Under this government.
Me cover. Your growth rate, okay, yeah. The cedi is the worst performing currency. Some of the things that communicators use in defense was the same platform that had announced around that time you are making 2017, December 19, the cedi was also the best performing currency. Yes, yaji eni na obrana nkasa no ye afrosane. From 2020 abesi 2022 there. Ejina yejitum say yes. From 2017 abesi 2019 there ejina yejitum say yaji eni. Ena etisi 2020 mu ade ba besi nne 2022 a yewo ahokyerem. It follows the normal order. That's my first point. My first point is that yes, if you ask the dead them go throughout.
Yaji any pen.
And the yaji any pen fans we any. And 2020 deba 2022 no. Ho chere ni fi asese ba ye nyina ye hu se edi ababedu bi ababedu. The question is, what are the things that happened within those times? And whether a man is within those times or no, can you classify them as entirely mismanagement, and some of them were needful, and some of them were global crisis? And my categorizing the money into me answer. Some others may call it mismanagement. Some others may say it was a needful activity we undertook. It be also due to global crisis. Free water, free light. Nano finance minister called parliament. Also, we had some 18.6 billion going into COVID expenditure. Friend is saying, friend mismanagement, and other friend needful. Nanke say spending those sikano na inya pomudin, and I said nanke say this sikano koya de fufro ema iwu. For me, I'll call those ones as needful expenditure. And then Muma military for within about a short time, they were able to put up a very big COVID emergency center. And cry ho baby. And they say sanitize and then they be it me and maybe we say a friend is saying idea we now COVID pandemic and a friend is saying vaccine mania Samjata George Mo area mo vaccine factory. Just say we took another direction based on COVID. Say sika ye boka wo 18.6 billion ye ka ho asemi. This is around the same money me say IMF for the bebre. And so we spent it on COVID. The question is, was it needful, or can you call it mismanagement? Made the margin de na a needful expenditure, because sabi me achimuni say nipa ni begu ase de me de nka me sika ni begu ase nyame anim ni. We spent to save lives. Say nyina ye benefit bi COVID vaccine me jama omo yeso mo wo bi ni nkwa na bia anya we all benefited. You can you good them free light ni ade nyina omanfo ni bose ye nyina ye bose paaje ye ni bi. I don't think today we want to call it a mismanagement ade. But again, there are angles where many omanfo ni aje if Omuka said there were mismanagement going on. Now, many are fire Mukase, Yenini Pana, Nebinum so Fronomu Chonsai. It can be say in the same government, a billboard forward, no billboard reverse. A sipa, and
the best reverse one I say, oh, good.
Oh, Chechena, seriously. My question is, drivers of inflation, and nearby my inflation free no. Input variables be and na cause the biggest effect. Now trickle onto the others. And mefano are Greek because and the say food inflation higher than adi. Trade for also the wumpa because foreign inflation and I say imported inflation And so air drive Ghana pa at the Neko Adi. And transportation. And I say, then transportation because or the best fuel. TF and energy need transportation you now put together. Energy sector and the transportation sector you now put together. So input I for me and so way. My question is, how do they respond to the free fall of our inflationary figures? For me, a clear case on a mismanagement king. Mismanagement in the corrupt version, mismanagement in yes, you have mismanaged. And so yet hona and Yamane kwa neko and nobody appears to do anything about it. Is either you are managing it or you are mismanaging it.
For instance, I never see a manager and I say,
King, say
your famra, your casa,
practical sense.
There's a action or inaction.
Inaction.
Time I saw your action one, yeah.
Yes.
Mismanagement.
Yes.
Okay.
Good. And you know, say input sectors way at now inflation as at January was 13.4. Now say just under 6 months or 5 months. Inflation to me free 13.4 got 27 point something and it's 30. What do they have to explain to us?
No, a dear any part of this my on yourself the can say maybe a chum sir imagery we say Dr. Baumiago coach say a can say dollar they say how do you do that? Coach inflation them one as well.
And various sectors must tell us program to manage inflation na economy. Media for them to sit, do nothing about it, nothing that we know, because for us to sit, see them do nothing about it, for a nearma boka na ekosro bia nya ho hwe no.
I'm say sana ko munye de almost price control regime na emra na se de.
Enti do ba bia nka munyina ka say omuntimi nya ho hwe ya. Na ehun say you have exhausted your thinking capacity na nka wasi nche na nka obi foforo aba. Obi anko betimi ehun bibi, because the system cannot be left there like that. Yintimi nya ho hwe. Ayi mene unua nana ya kase and nana discussion one cry. And nana me bisa say somebody must tell us something, because the state was on a free fall. Free fall. I mean, there should be people telling us, I see here be at the corner and yet a human part who say we have to change our style. Strategy 1 and 5. Yenche strategy 2. Yenye winti. Media sir if we transport ni fuel also. They should come and tell us they can't do anything about it, or they should let us know what they are doing about it. Our Greek should come and tell us they can't do anything about it, or they should tell us what they are doing about it. And I say, you need mismanagement too. A extreme case of mismanagement. You are not carrying your people along with you. Mismanagement. Enti nyame animuni. Osha inflationary figures. Maybe a near money koni adia. It cannot remember global crisis. So it has a role to play. The angle I may mention is say what to them. Ne bia no man wo. In we see frabontin bi ba. In radenim. Yes, and you na wo causing we see no. But why anya ho hwea? You have mismanaged your family. One take it na o to hono we say ni choki. O manu e choki omo just under the conditions 70 million ho hwea dia. So I say you have given up as I didn't know. Yan share the areas where we mismanage. Corruption nomne dia there. Yinina enim say ni pesu. In fact, human being by nature is corrupt. Unfortunately, the systems that would have checked corrupt behavior of people, that system is itself corrupt.
No, we're getting there.
We are small, we are getting there. And yes, the system itself is corrupt. Now, everything else is even for sale. I mean, you can have a problem and buy the problem and case die. Admission in Ayaton.
And you can buy the solution.
Yeah, you can buy the solution. Admission in Ayaton, okay. Obeko police Ayaton. Obeko immigration Ayaton. I mean, the levels we are reaching in our behavior, it is reaching, the rate is alarming.
It's not as much happen.
Yes, sir.
Mama was eating the American.
No, and me say, now you can't eat your cake and have it too. Yeah, yes, I didn't mean that. Yes, yeah, dear, who call a mono. Can you imagine, say, politician, the way they get power? When they come, they will milk the country, and it will take us there. Our taste for foreign goods, King. Yeti hey, the Brunins have BCSC and the DB before Munia, we offer a Kofi Jumamons have BCSC. Manipa 10 message. Umbefa brofons ano eja ifiedien. As we do all these things, we are permanently enslaving ourselves to the Western world. Permanently, we are enslaving ourselves. In fact, one thing IMF knows is that, and it is pathetic. One thing IMF knows, they say the kind of politics I hear or my mu has no, and untino they be never bomb.
They say I know to say munchen.
Umbeba sisia. Umbeba. Na moko pass e-levy dia abifi apmo internal revenue mobilization. Na mo se mo nyanya ba enye ha na mbaba na mbere. We the same people are saying we are borrowing too much, and I agree. Yeah, mobilizing funds within no. And IMF to IMF I said I mean dole. These people will come to me right now because they are not ready to mobilize. In fact, one thing IMF is and some big brothers, they will sit down and take pen and paper. Then an answer Cheche muche o kan ase there be we mempene metwem. We ubetimi ayekoye we metwem. You get it? Because owo sika kakra o dey ba bu ama dey balance o short.
O ka se untwem a.
Oh, mine no ka se untwem a. Kwai. Kwai, o so adware anka ba me ho. What is happening now is that
a uniform you can say conditionalities and I say conditionalities be no peculiar to or micro or bano.
Something now do program bebano so that it is peculiar to war. It's peculiar. You want to mean for Egypt for there be. You want to mean but the thing is, IMF ubeko hana say wo shortfall. Usika utimi raise no ntimi mwa ma untimi nye wo expenditure. Enti omudi kakra na eba be show up. But the kakra na eba be show up no, obetro essential areas are to him. Say odesa a short a balance no ekoko balance. Enye sa enye fa ho because onu ntimi fa nesika ma fa something that he doesn't believe in. Enti sincerely speaking sa na eba be na yansesa politics. Ye kroya nije ba ye free things ni nyina ni agi. Now let's pay something through e-levy. Ye ntimi anya. Say na say be ko mo ha nisa. I am surprised say enra ye nyina monitor bi. Na say menuanom NDC for na ni agi. Me de me rehwe papa because this is going to be our 17th.
But Dr. Smart Sapon na NDC fui actually dangers are yekum oma actually say normal echo so this was always going to be the solution.
Yeah.
And omu nuanu mu yususu no tie omu say muna mu asa na muna mu amamofo na muna muni mamamuo muni nipa ye de wo nipa ye ni mamamuo ye wo mema ye say na say afedie mo munye dey ti say asama honorable minister Kanya awal say o Kanye not that time in somewhere cause we sebi awal oye minua madam for no ti ya na me pese no bedi etini kese ase wo kase wo kan ya obi aka asem we yenkwochina na etina wo kwa ede ba ase na ese ka ase ti ase say you papa you are no o kuma say o say adua edu from Pietro wa na ka sakra
adua edu from
Pietro Ibrahim papa senior office senior minister office
Pokuche
David teacher here no o poli
you
Dr.
Kusibuaf I live am good but King and Chamafaya rightly made that point. Say when the truth is told, they don't listen. Tina Meka say a political behavior. Omunina at their time to some troops.
I'm for national supply.
I didn't even
Thomas Kusibuafo.
Oh, Entino,
Kusibuafo.
Oh, okay.
Let me say Ochrebefi. Oh, they provided Ochrebefi. Now all can send you by airport. Ochrebefi, Deputy Minister for Trade.
Yeah.
On 11th March, 2022. No, so we won't go to IMF for small boys to dictate to us on how to manage our economy.
Ochrebefi is not a member of
the
economic management.
No.
Okay, Ochrebefi member of economic management team.
The finance minister.
Say or not there when you member na finance minister.
Say at that time.
I want you for the
that time no. Na ehu hia say ebeko because enim say yen generate funds we send a dog kind na. Yen generate internally. Say it be so ya yen koji be send free baby.
That's one kase.
Say no kan you build it from baby na we do be
all right. Don't mind me.
King. In fact, it is true say when obi wa be mu na nua man cautions usually fa. That's what I'm saying. Say the kind of politics we do here in Ghana.
Now so we dey create our own fan. OC school die. 70% completed. Way back na waba to us na total. Yeah da you see yeah enti odo so no on person obeka senti no e dey say dey e dan wo yes kura na awia onwie and as we see down so 70% completed na ojai na wan ko ho kakra wajai eduma gina go enti me knew what they do to us. Yes so no
that is why King media madwe me say the 16th time no and then they are the 17th time now. Every political party that has been on the should be ashamed. I felt too bad because Sadia Maya Yebo boss on the pay. Ebema forever we will be enslaved to IMF forever because you see project cost here in Ghana. You better say Yankwa see airport cost here say Dubai for SCB. Say it is because of Sadia Maya Bia. Enti nyai sa de no na we project near Ghana abandoned projects then the kind of politics we do as if say jama mampani bi board ni sika na ye enti nyai King ye bekoswa ye
they finally we jawa o the classroom tactics na me ba ma me busa o enti say no all man na omo eji NPP4 on say go to IMF. A debate on my winning. NPP4 no almost so make us a senti cry, a cast on Brametro Maduna, or the Omanco cry, almost bad memoir, almost so they almost 20 or more for Omunianum NDC for say seek a dear Basabasantina Moko IMF the other. Almost almost lose argument now say who is winning, who is losing. Good. Is Ghana winning or Ghana losing?
King, Ghana is losing. But the side that were urging say Yanko IMF abani say enye 11 no. Ene senka umbetimi do mani answer somu pa nko mani jeni justified pa wo. Anka se omu kire yen say fine ye ka say ko ha no ka say 11. Ya boa wo ma wa ye 11 no. Enso ni nyina achi wa faili. But say wa mo nipa no ma na anya yi levy. Na utwa ho be kaka you have not won, you have lost. When the NDC comes into power, they may come up with one or two things.
When and if?
Oh, they will definitely come to power. You said they will recycling. Okay. If you are appropriate, if the NDC,
because they are not providing any solution.
If the NDC comes,
maybe there are problems.
And you are not performing either.
We are because anything I might take all these bold decisions. We're taking bold decisions to make sure that they may stabilize the economy. Maybe NDC for the
if the NDC comes to power and they want to person who develop your mind, person do mind they may need the support of the NPP. Those times when they are the side that will be in parliament, they may need them. They may need Yenina as a my along. If there is any occasion, if there comes any occasion in their time, now the revenue mobilization from a plan B and tax B back. That's a sound position no ma 11 no. The same the system that one to fail.
Exactly.
If you look at IMF, in fact, they pull him down attitude that a political party can say menuya and until now, every other 4 years or 8 years or 6 years, IMF will know that this is for na ye didn't got agro ni ye didn't get
we get no hold now we have Emma chairman I am 2 minutes na me ma awal 2 minutes na fe year
okay me dem no sit wo hey Ken under 30 seconds me too ye nuano mebunu ne fo when we get opportunity let us work extra harder when we get opportunity let us work extra harder nyame amfa fie na niayemu bi ebeye na kofo impact then I won't blame the government. They gave a certain youth, you and I, some opportunity. Yeah, then Ebema next time bibi sabeti me akoso na ne ya I am a beba na nyame amfafi na say ka say such things cannot continue na mu na mabre what block a chance ama mu nuanom foforo bi antimi ama so when we get the opportunity King, let's work.
Thank you.
Yeah, King Ernesto. Me pacho me pese me state say it is not only the NDC for nkwana na mo ka IMF asem. So obeka ya Professor Bokpin wono kra ba bonten that time ye ka ye debate about E-levy ye pass ya na me ye pass na oba bonten be ka so no do hu ni say E-levy no a regressive tax ono can be civil society organization for the so can be. In fact, Professor Peter Kwate of ESA omu ina can be nipa ba ko a metimi aboni diama wakai pa wakai Dr. Marcus Ibeyeboa, former MP for New Dublin, now or a committee chairman for finance in Parliament. Onukura ba bontin and people ni mapa ba ka say there. Ofu say E-levy no and yes sustainable and regressive entimi emwa emunya revenue no mo pen nti komunko IMF. Nti say ye mane koye only NDC MPP a na debate no ye lose sight of it because they are clear Ghanaians be one on they don't even belong to NDC. No, they don't even belong to MPP. Almost ye neutral, so we experts. Almost can say pen so I actually on minor beduna said on minor sikasem agency no as I say ye hwe. But only I want can be about toll booth na or say minister ban or say they be hard any other na toll booth ye na ye okroma na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say so person build the choir, person construct rules now. Also just told them. Told but one fast walk, His Excellency Mahmoud Bawumia. Told but one fast walk more can say. Person would a ya choir so G2. Na na afedi ye try you turn because told na inconvenience nipa bebre. No sense when you told over how many years ni. Because no one person would be a move and for the E-levy be ye eduma bi na E-levy no eduma mo yes on baben anye another thing say yes ye G2 global crisis COVID by ye G2 in fact Ukraine Russia war right ye I feel we 24th of February start here so what you say e hunsu sanction ye direct effect on us but the person making and say October say bibia ye dimirika na ekoye say Russia Ukraine war o ma bi ti say Kenya na every kosi na jinto omo de omo COVID anchi o na COVID chi omo aso omo inflation wo form they have been able to sustain omo economy no nti because ye pe baby da agane de ye ti akosha find excuse e no na problem abai eba ye a omo sinking fund sika na dem stabilization fund heritage fund say sika we na abako yi. Now, ye get fund ni road fund ni ESLA ni de keka ho a. Sadi we na ye de akosia wa. Nti ye revenue streams ni na de akosia wa. Nti say na ma untimi enya ho nje. Nti we no ye ka say ye self inflicted a. Say ye ti ase even ye ko IMF.
Em say 2 minutes na
apa ye ko IMF in 2015 no. Na ye expect 1 billion. out of that 1 billion, even 400 million. 600 million, people never inherit is hardly.
All right, thank you. So you Kasabe 21 minutes. We have what kind 17 or 12? So yeah, Samuel or 10 or say if my people have been able to introduce IMF, then they should be bold enough to bring back the toll booths. Our 2 minutes strictly.
Me that's now Dr. Smart Kasano can say fuel no and I say acquire a fast manage fuel no and no kahunama inflation no correct. So this government is doing a lot of good because open Nigeria here omunya bi kran too. Even Ghana, to the extent that look I say, Dan Kanamu or Mobe can say, Ebe shortu. Almost a year nya fuel cran to Ghana ha. Abai, the oye in that regard, ne say, Auto Forex. Edema a importers, no, Emma Modeba. It's a master say Ghana cry yen short toy. But Nigeria ye, omuna produce oil chain ubia wa Africa. Omo shortu, uncrofo cry nya fuel no cranto. It where there is something that is being done. And untinama aye slower. In terms of inflation, no. Midirisan can this in our power munya. Nkabebu Rollins there no. Because once the Rollins all kono na inflation around 50-something% in in the year 2000. Jakabebu so because we know ye managing kakran. Okay, about corruption. Corruption we are gradually getting out of the woods because digitization no abebua cutting normal bebre. First on the first. It's a Uber a DVLA abe register our car. On the first, we will say cars no years it's a live from DVLA. Ewo airport runabout Kopim Anaga Junction. Ene we BBR digitalized. Ansa na waba DVLA abe register our car. It easy. Passport ne kuta we passport say otifie na wa ye BBA na ya kire wo day a wo say okwa capture way. Into digitalization no aba as a katikati no kakra sa agro boys in corruption no katikati. We are not out of the woods yet, but immediately said digitization abeboa ama at least about from kakra. Was say Ukraine any direct effect in Ghana. Anya no correct. Direct effect I want to say iron rods by 70%. Ya krafiri ho eba. International iron rods bo ekosoro essence ho na ye kraba. Again wheat ya krafiri hoba na no metesa adongo kase di person dey wheat ni refi say UPSC a obe wheat bread ni refi o say di person dey wheat Ghana ha ni refi say upia bontin sisi a wheat bread wo ho ye duane hin.
Okay, me wheat bread.
They make us say you see it.
Okay, me
also osoro it also na ye di e free again say ama oil kra no and as a fuel finish crude no kra no say ye to aba no Edding, a micron struggle to even buy because of Ukraine, Russia. No. It's eno kaho and ama winning abanti. Ye directly affecting anything ama na etimiabasa. But I am a fayekui. Just the outgrowth of Encrofo mo can say me expanded tax net no kwaji besia. Emma ye can say be expanded. Yan kwaji besia ye be expanded.
All right.
Ye started ye no mo bastardizing to the extent that emma bium scanner case so say baba yan kwa IMF no emma
o time na so
e can say eko
and now say be mo be das
why stop no be show offside goal
there you are VAR ha it will check it for me. Samuel Brown have been right from Awoshi says the good news is that we are going to the IMF with our own economic program. President Akufo-Addo will continue to work assiduously towards the immediate and collective aspirations of the country. This too shall pass. Samuel Brembo have been right from Awoshi. Ejadam, also the also a trophy meme. Or say, I have also been clear on my mind about one thing, and that is I don't subscribe to IMF, but the financial controllers see better, right? Egypt went for it, but they are one of the fastest developing countries in Africa. so it's okay to join them. Many challenges have confronted our beloved country in the past 2.5 years. A global pandemic, a war that is leading the world into a recession, and domestic revenue mobilization challenges. We are seeking the support of the IMF to enable us recover. Ijadam's text message, no. While I know right from Akweti, you are referring to Kusi Boafo. Yes. Oh, he says Mr. Kusi Boafo is on television talking. I don't know why that man is still at post. Dr. Sapon couldn't have said any better. The system is corrupt. God bless you, Doc. Yao. Eji. Text message. No. Leviticus Powers Kaswa. NDC has no point and hasn't won any argument. They are the reason why we are where we are. Rejecting a homegrown policy like e-levy, whilst at the same time bashing government for taking loans. Will the IMF funding be free? Internally generated funds and credit facility, which is better? President Nana Addo remained unperturbed to deal with issues head on. The battle is still of the Lord's. Okay. Nana Akuyamwa Boateng, Ablekuma Central, aka Dr. Bagumia, is coming. Is Dr. Bagumia coming?
I think so. He's coming.
I'll say, for now, I will reserve my comments on the IMF thing. Ghana will still win the battle. And he goes on to greet Chairman Kenson, Akomeng Kisi. Okay. Amisco Spelele. I was thinking we shall bounce back from the IMF very strongly. Ibiabe fine. Musa Abatwa from Aswase. King, Awal, somebody is greeting you this morning. Musa Abatwa says, King, I beg, don't punish Awal with your questions, because I feel for all MPP communicators, especially for Awal these days. Their job to defend the indefensible is the most difficult work in Ghana today, even more than Oma Omutu, Axel, NDC from Fitelfono. We are not against seeking economic relief from IMF, but the people who criminalized IMF bailout in the past have no basis to seek any intervention from the IMF. Ken Ufuriata organized a Kinki and Wachi party to mark Ghana's exit from IMF. Now that they are taking Ghana back to IMF, what party should they organize? Possibly Jollof One. Master Planner Junior Okintampo, going to IMF at this crucial and planned moment is as a result of COVID-19 global pandemic and Russia-Ukraine war. It is totally different from the NDC's mismanaged economy, which led us to IMF without any external forces. Let's trust President Akufo-Addo and the MPP. NDC is never and will never be the alternative. Time is reading 19 gone past the hour of 9. Maame China me hona yentie sankra to me ba Kuruma demonstration and related matters. We'll be right back.
It's Hollandia yogurt. A nourishing snack. Check. Vitality. Check. Taste. Check. Vitamins, calcium. Check. It's Hollandia yogurt. It's Hollandia yogurt. Hollandia yogurt.
Enjoy a nourishing boost of vitality with Hollandia yogurt. Available in strawberry and plain sweetened. Fortified with vitamins A, B2, B12, and a source of calcium. Grab a pack of nourishment and level up. This is FDA approved.
Akoko Abon kukuruku adie chibia. Ghana man betum pon wane gina wo mamba pa wo dwene Ghana ho kane. Akoko Abon ye dwumadi amanyuku ahodo ne gina so da won da ye so a wodi makana man. MPP se ye ne wo sno kokuruku a wodi ye chi asuo nkam. NDC akataman so okata ne maso. CPP se ye ne nanan makukonyina manyuku no. PNCC ye kube ane na magani amagashia ne hunu amagawo ho. Ti Akoko Abon dwumadi wo Hello FM so. Memenda no pebia. No siampa imukosi nonkro. Akoko Abon eyegigi.
Abusu ya saba bi omuti Hello 101.5 FM Akoko Abon dwumedi ena yede bro. Text messages kakra bi ke ma mentitim fi ho no na afi yentwa so. I say we in the MPP are proud of our achievements. It should have been worse under NDC. We appreciate what time We appreciate that times are hard because of the devastating effects of the COVID-19. It shall get better, but it would have been worse under NDC. Protozua ena etroye mpeja hene of eho baby. Okay. All right. Chairman.
Can I do it?
Yes, sir.
Kroma Eshiro.
Kroma Eshi demonstration. Arise Ghana demonstration. It's a first day, the demonstration was not in the best of shapes. I'm a Minister of Information, just say, Nipani be wadrim publisher on team so on person when you might say, Yakasa Ghana. Basa basa. But what's it, mammy? And you say, as a open so.
Oh, me ever ready.
Organizers, the police for to be and on person create bad name for the demonstration. No, basically, a chassis to trouble back police for a police for an area. And second day, they were arrested with weapons on them and all these things. Discuss, Chief.
All right. Arise Ghana demonstration. I mean, if you say Arise Ghana, no, Akoko be Abon, Ghana ha. Just like maybe a criminal committee for joint action. There were CJA, in Alliance for Accountable Government. Let my vote count. Occupy Ghana. In fact, Dooms of Vigilance. A part of. And Omemu has said the demonstrations are allowed. Until President Akoko a huge beneficiary of demonstrations. Eka kumi prekwa, infamous kumi prekwa. Na those days no ne Dr. Rekobro Beni kwesi prat mo pictures na you see say it is allowed. Now the same way Occupy Ghana na Iraq and Ufuriata you fee grant is ankoma omuna na omuka ho mo ye demonstrations issues are omudijina so ye demonstrations that time no the same issues and mros wo kra na Right Ghana so there be to say sorry na ye chirema abiding who said wa hu chirem
I'm so ref one other group CCG
big boy no cry first say young boy me here dia me balance pa me balance me can committee for joint action enti Arise Ghana say maybe I do no pembe so you do
sorry. Obviously, yesterday was Canada Day, and there were demonstrations all over Ottawa. Yeah, no, because Ottawa. Ottawa, because of 40-year record of rise in inflation. It's a global challenge and not self-inflicted. Okay. Yeah, Ghana had the way near kind.
You can't remember that. And the issues are around Ghana for a boy no said the BSA acquire issues are irrelevant. So you say Kroma Eshi, there are hardships in the country. Fuel boy ding. In fact, you say COVID-19 funds, and now President say you're spending 17.7 million. China Finance Minister say 12 billion. Obeti na parliamentary candidate we say amami COVID is 100,000. You say say dear na ekoso. You say you can say President corruption some way be protected public purse. You be in na ye charter flight public purse ye lekisa. Nti o hwe said na Ghana for eniansi abre a na ikro eniansi abre ka say you free bibi sanitation and pollution levy on the petroleum price build up. Enye bibia ma ye. E free bibi price stabilization recovery levy I think ekwa huhie mu say na no mu ye da na ke kushin ye nyusu fa nye sa de ne ma ye. Special petroleum tax e hye honom emfa entimi fa nye sa de ne ma ye. Nti Ghana for no ehun se da bi. Nti no na right Ghana for chro krata de come police for say ye notify me say ye be ye kire dasi na unim say mremu no so notify police no at least minimum of 5 days but omu notify omu 20 clear days ahead will be a person obedi ubone no on say on man say notification no for that number of days e just say nipa no paper say a person ye adie no nko bi but in demonstrations ne there okwa more organizers and leaders no ebia you would want to do things right but obi o no man kofo mu didim no so betima aye so mo ye nyoma left but omo ni police for court na sidi nkomo Akabe 3 working days. Ama demonstration time na sana police eba maintain the krata so mo kokko to say route number use no any timing no enchera nyem mo. Eno ho no de ye mu be feel say the police exhibit bad faith because that 20 clear days na then about 10 days after mo de krata ba na come bet me atrase ayes ade. So what you say. Enti Arise Ghana for so who said there be eba ne sa ade a ebe ye problem. Kinedred and the said demonstration I say started from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. Obi mu the different spectacle na be hwe. By your chrome one, ya do so vigil demonstration edumre pen ye the lantern ni bobo ye. But otia mu so because of security threat, terrorism and all those things. Fine. Ye who terrorist because you cannot determine when terrorists be striking. But the air witness na nya anado. And daytime and Professor I will know the late Professor I will know more sebi eko free mu Kenya ehun de eko see nti demonstration almost started here. I feel it's almost started on a good note but eko do pempen so bia now route amu person mu use no police no akodoma barricade and another they still wanted to use ohonum no na me ka se me na me an organizer of the demonstration I say me hu clear say ade na ye ade a government unpopular idea Bamanfo who say Ghana mine no amubu mine no my ho kire ne ade nti they also find a way to take the shine out of Ghana moyen. Nti yes they can put infiltrators there. Nti who say obako say omo say there bi no me a meka say na pi enam say yem pese djumadi na aye no they will take the shine out of it. Who obey na yakọ at the end of the day we e be kasa afa ho. But they see, Canadian, unfortunate because one, Adena no more, no movie, and a police dimly kiki issue press conference. Car say, ya munko for bear 12, ya saw 2 and for prepare and order. But na police no issue statement, no. And I'm saying no more pen, temako issues statement. Drama 2 mubu. Kodon person masem yede. Ye wo enkrofo obi eni mi hu say yabo obi eni. Who say police nibiti car mu machine say water cannon no say there or helmet a ukura boba or betu. Me who say senior police officer bo obi asum. Amana mu adema gwana mo ka say officer why are you slapping him? Sadie ni na say oh capture report. Oh your report na person your objective. Say oh capture ni na. But sadie ni na ye dey. Ama nti hu say na boapaye bi wo ho. Say sadie no. Nti never to say organizers of demonstration blame police. Police blame organizers. Just because NTSA bi ayede anya adwuma. Ema ye chichi nipa bi. Until at the end of the day, no man else discuss on the first day, na ye got on chain and I have violence cause na me fi say amwa. But on the second day, so start on the second day. And I'm say the police no agree with the normal way na man say ye be a preventive way from passing here and all that. And very peaceful. And yeah, peaceful. No more finance ministry. And the krata command petition. Eko Parliament House the petition no be command. Omo. No more finance ministry no the command. Yet is deputy minister Madam Obano Abna Osa. Eka bibi so wo ma so bibi mu na mum no. Nsema omo kan yina ne ade omo tu hwa na modada. Sa na okan. Mutu hana moda da ntin bibia be ye okay. Sa nyoma we no kan. Say ade mutu hana moda na nki start clear fili. The point of the issue ni na ne say in Edward enyoma enkoyi. Yes, okwa mama ebi mu ye demonstration. Nyoma enkoyi ma ebi mu and all that. But who timi fa o man en compare obi man. Ye wo kroma no President Akufo-Addo and the MPP government na me ti ase say sika wo man mu ha. In fact, yet sika so come the omakasa prophecy solutions ne say ye gold, ye diamond, ye bauxite, ye manganese, ye timber, any oil no sa nyoma we enomu be poni ho ama ye di yi. Enti say na ye ndi yi a ebi o man na wo do ho ko compare no ni sa mineral resources na wo no. Besides aban no hope no the ma Ghana for koto abaman no. Sa hope no just say a performer to the extent say ene omo ye importers and exporters ina esu. In fact, so wo hwe said ye sika sem no esi akwakodu in Edward. So we a businessman na me catch you say bet ma catch you say over 30% of business people no and omo nya importation ni bio because omo ya ombeboka spare parts bo ayedin fuel yi uto ento LPG gas ni body ni enso so ye ka we ina so na president da so charter flight pa na say a problem hwesika pudu a ye de akose ye de kwakowura cathedral mimi ye Kristo ni mapa I am not against so being si cathedral but say okosi cathedral let's be specific na the exactitude precisely nyoma wo ka no wo hye nyame bo opeso ye bibi ma nyame ene ababedu mpempen so a odi Ghana fo sika na kwakowura abra odi faculty kwa shankrofo enhu ye question a wo say there be ye ndo nyame na the point is senka a manifesto pledge kra ena president Akufo-Addo share bo say opese obesi dan ema Nyankopon ena odi winning power no osi anko bia monwa but when ye manifesto pledge ebi kro bi wo no man kan ye manifesto pledge kra ko bia anko nto aba enye de ema enti ye hwe ahohiahia ye wom na ye hwe sika pudu a ye de kwakọ wura bibia ya nka nkyere Ghana fo a na eye suspect ye say Yesu aseni asompo kra na adane kronoboy enti clearly the issues are real mama yet as say etoje taxes nuisance taxes bebre wo energy sector levy mo say nuisance tax and so na mo ba e ma extending no more than 50 years e be we no 2035 mama yet as say busia body e kwadufo na bob say di bumai and na mo ba mo bob busia broso abebe 5 times of the mo beto ye mama yet as say ye be move economy no from taxation to production and then we and taxation to production we taxation to taxation and then taxation anye ya idim de kabeko IMF masa so amayati asese ye planting for food and jobs plan for food and jobs no be ma aduane abebu amaduane boayefo enne ebrobo dindindin garebo dindindin banchibo dindindin bodiebo dindindin sugar board dindindin emobo bibia akosoro nti planting for food and jobs ya yeke a succeed anasa succeed when a person agric minister fix it and yes all planting billboard so ba be ye o mampeni nti clearly embre bi buy any the fertilizer check free but o buy and o fertilizer no the boy ba beto so nti issues wey na kan for na kenedwe ama Ghana ni aye worse off the infamous and some na mo ka prior to the 2016 election they said Ghana for NDC for the Ghana for kwasha hunye ma to the sense say say ton Ghana che obi esika ma na mo so obi ade ka 30 million no mo ba mbebo modern ama obi a eka da na nim ye flo and next year ton Ghana che obi aka ma I can move from 30 million to 120 million obi aka nti o hwe na ye ka che so okay Dr. Masapo ka bibi so from 2017 2019 ye gi ani enye ya ngi ani entirely sa because yes not it was steadily grow for year kakra but make my culture say you could do 2019 na covid not that to GDP 63%. Say what you say na a dollar ne bono akosoro na pound no bono akosoro na man for cry gusu say business no enko yi ene ye kan ye wo sika be 21 billion na ye betimi dia ye bibia ye na ye betimi dia ye bibia ye di 21 billion no egu banks. Instead of saying Kabia, you did 9 billion be saved. Ukoka is a banks na egu under President Hamada. Construction bank and sovereign bank. Banks ake say minwa Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ba no ko pa. Now after 1 year egu near the Akosha President Hamada. And clearly, omaina ye team say na autopilot. Omo no muma ye ti as say. Ye man, omashisha omaina to the extent say in case of any eventuality, omosi we can stand the shock. But kodu be so me pa chop issues no na arise demonstration arise Ghana demonstration to Togo nti mo na mo ma yati ase say o man shock absorbers no mo dey to the extent say atoyenchem bi ato ya bit ma sustain here so atoyenchem ne ba ye no within 1 month near the intensive care unit na fe dey
okay chairman afayam nti na ne krakra ne say
Ghana for President Akufo-Addo and people for do hamo say we ya ne hwe a enye yiye enti mpabo na ese ebo ne kakra say o makodu IMF for mo bopunu mu yen support o mo no because yen pese be inherit economy a atete apansam but o ma demonstrate say they don't have the men now busa apelu men bi ani baby a men o baby anke aye reshuffle ama obi aba tinti gabi ochirada kwa ye de facto prime minister o ye mamu yi ene wagigi mu ade makochi sum no ye ka munti debi na mu akwa
Alright, thank you.
akopem say ye ko Accra mudu mani ache bolega ene ne bebi ayedu ni nti Ghana for munya hotoso munya rehemu but the Messiah President Akufo-Addo Dr. Bawumia government na mu fi so mbaji mu free nkwaso mu and sabre o masa de mu nkwaso mu times 3 the hope is that the devil you know is better than the angel you don't know. Sikha was sitting from 2013 to 2016 never compare 2017 to 2024 so we are better off within 2013-2016 to Abama NDC.
So compared to what MPP has outperformed NDC in every sector, even with COVID and Ukraine war. So what is your basis? Give me facts and figures. Yes, we don't want the conditionalities of IMF, but do we have any conditionalities? Yes. Yet, we don't even know the nature of the conversation of the president with IMF. Let's be patient. We are jumping the gun. Grape inflation in the rest of Ghana, excluding Accra, was 11%. Price of grapes in Accra jumped by 100%. That helped us push inflation in the basket. Maxwell Kofi Juma writing plenty of economics. Thank you. Madam Cecilia Ishan enra na ya wawoda ukun na benyi ni chance oma awoda epa pa. Okay. Well, our bwa wunia
you can me that say me jiri say Ghana for nyina tie no yenim se solution bi eni ho ni nyina ne say yan rehash your problems so de ye ka na Ghana ni hu sesi okay ene enko ye nti yentoma no the Ghanaian is more discerning by the day nti sa no enti mema wo se na o mo che fertilizer ya ba na yeton no kre o mo che ya to the extent that a party people are now mo ton eman for because na e chema party for fertilizer no mo nchema omo amudua bro omo chema cocoa farmers time omo cheko fertilizer no omo kono na cocoa production e Ghana 750,000 tons ene yati the highest in the history of this country, the highest over 1 million ene yati ya anche fertilizer no you hu say yente so ton se ne bia obi abenya bi time ye che na NDC for na eche itina obi enya bi enokra na party people and MPP kra papa ekoche no ana omoton emankrofo IC ye eche no iti ene yati cocoa ensida in the history of this country and no chira say ampa na yate so ton ye no eboa chen say anka ode ebeche again we see a move from taxation to taxation because I can say move from taxation to production ye taxes makoma 17 free ho ye buy from 2017 up to ene ye increase taxes makoma 5 kra 3 pe in the account nti then ye free taxation to taxation ye taxation bia free sa COVID-19 you know I fuel so no and we 10 pesos auto 100 and say 10 cedis auto 1 gallon 1 liter 10 cedis na just 10 pesos and eba aban ho ena ilevia ye dia baya mo se engine go no ena je go no and yes we still doing it in one district one factory no so iguso a ye was see cathedral enya manifesto pledge enti na aban ba manifesto pledge nko na enya no a wo se hu hia se wo se bibia ye be bie ni ho a ye kan se ye tue sika ama cathedral a ye nkyere Ghana fo ye ka kyere Ghana fo it is in the presidential budget a presidency and ye kan se ye be provide the seed capital for the cathedral no enti obi an fa sika bia mfre kyere ene kotua ya ye cathedral ye nyina gitum se eba beboa ye ena ensuo tutotuto yi obi ani ho betima ye convention kase bia o Ghana ha okwaye no hi ka ho ka ni nyina wie no eno implementation on person won implement ya police professionalism eboa ye what be da say ye demonstration anantia kodu Jubilee House na edru 10 o'clock anajo dum so vigil nya fa ko na mo ko tina se o mususo so kanea obi ka se won nante
Vaco, and Omukojina Mususo Kamia. But wait, what is demonstration? We are saying, Fanai baby, I said, what is a year demonstration? I could hear presidency at 10 p.m. Anaju.
Novel.
Hey. Anaju, year demonstration.
Say, BBI or Dias.
One, I can't any more high. Eboha. Sana. Eboha, Eboguha. Ebonia.
O boy and a man did to 2 monomaso.
Marco. But she cycle. Baby a cycle to and Sana.
What was our question now? I'm saying, answer the man, Yana Otia Serie. Because I said you will be some Sana made the man.
And I make us so what would you do? Marco Emano Edia. Cycle cradia, what dear, in ton or Hokra.
That's how boy Marco Marco to do.
A boy, a warhono. NDC for a car and a duborn buy. Or more bano, or mudi a born buy. One woman kuta, as a your friend say, is your bottle. Na ye petrol.
Now what demonstration has it?
There be video so the crachere.
Who video I say we could
say there be Bako time I mudi ties. Ties are mushi or hono. A bull 30. Cycle if I in a ton ties or. And ton ties or cycle, baby or we demonstration, ton ties or. Ties are mushi, you know, a boy 30. Obi the vortex say and a goose on mudi by Manchester a pound. Nanya de Yanchin perform Kutatu, including national organizer no Kutatu. And can you police professionalism? And can be, you know, no much shigana ha as dying installations are kissing now on commotion. Anajo demonstration.
That's what Yana.
And I say, oh, my man, Kofa, if you say, okay, court to say, Mamun Konanajo, Munkonavia. Eriano, or Modi a bo, Eduku Kamu, Ebaho. I started to 2 bo and my police. For the first time, yeah, demonstration or Ghana, or can see how many police officers in the pre-prior Idom Kogu Hospital. 12! And see that demonstration, you say, because the police for civilians actually to boa pre-prior or more Idom Kogu Hospital. Makuma 12. And see that. Ade, she police cars are almost saying, no. Nina, ye bibiao. Men for her. You can't, you call you court to sing for her. The men for her. And Nunkwa Omudi a bo abu bobo police for. You see, a boy, the pay abu bieni anyeshi. Okay, I led my vote count alliance. I'm going to Munambu. Gabia Sarcho, they can't hold us or a prime minister. Mnechinina say Justice Jakuma. Ya bonu painani, a man did the Amemenfi. He was even killed. Now, well. A born and no, when ya who told that within 2 years, we just as a Jakuma. No, quiet demonstration now, we are. Yes, I ring road in Inti, as I said, President Akoko the fee, a whole internet can't set men for ring road. Okay, I said November 2016. No, a flag bearer. And this is for cocky fit, if I hook saying fee. No, a flag bearer. Omuko keep fit. Efa ni fie nimu e pipe glass e tutu bo almost sa bo ba ho to the extent that Nima police station penny for no e ka se omunjai almost started to tear gas Harisa ko e be ka kire omo se manhwe na mutututuo na yankrofo no retaliate a e be ye blood 2016 na more power no ene why security zone because obi a president bia no e security zone first baby Mahama tie no former president Mahama baby na wote no na street ni nyina na obi amfaso na kakra amfaso bio se ye fi ho na wo kwa street atwa eye dan no ho ahia e wo cantonment nyina na ka amfa ho so private car or commercial car obi amfa ho hu se obi afa ho ko fi ho so ena president fie e wo ring road first na e wo ho ema mo power kura mu ko se fie ho na ena mukuta tuo amu ye demonstration etuo ka ho petrol ebo any air ties. And a musa person we demonstration anajo. Okay, baby, and canopa, bones and no mashi. Sa GCB bank na isi on. Sa tower na isi on. Conventional. Police cast na masa ni nyina. Any police are more prepare omo ni nyina. Ye de sika no bi. Mo se oman no ahuchiraba. Police car na ye to buses ni nyina no makosai ni nyina. Iti eno no ebema ahoto aba. Muko say no sika ye de behwe omo police hospital police makoma 12 no
eno be ma hoto aba oni asem bi aka omuni asem bi aka omunim se oman na Ghana we are self anai be bia no
Kasano he was referring to Gabi. Yes, so Gabi, a recent post, Gabi has tweeted, I trust the MPP to turn things around over the next 12 months and prove beyond doubt to Ghanaians that it is the party to be trusted to take Ghana out of the crisis. Time and time again, the MPP has shown this quality, and we expect nothing less by this time in 2013. I believe in MPP. And then he goes on to say, Ghana shall rise and overcome because the MPP, as always, will rise to the challenge and get it done.
One way economic intelligence.
So here, economic
intelligence unit. What is some of the predictions say bye? Say ye beto aba ena na MPP ede obi bia ekohia mahama MPP be wini. Na ene say ye to aba na anka de ebeka economic challenges. Nanso economic intelligence unit enim say MPP by 2022 no we should be able to by 2023 no, we should be able to turn the economy around. This is economic intelligence unit. It's not far from the economic intelligence unit.
Okay. Finally, my brother, Awal.
Finally, and it's a new political party. Occupy Flagstaff House. Occupy Ghana for.
Now, sir, I can't say a perform here demonstration here in DC for.
Oh, someone a anymore. Or for some of the anymore. Oye, MPP, NDC national chairman.
Or Kobe.
Where your friend saying Sami Jemfi, where communications director. Akamba Okochi to Hono, where your organizer. Yanchen say Ochi to Okochi to or your organizer. It's a NDC demo. Baby, Ghana drew no. Ghana for person who a day new solution, and they say. Yakwa him. Your person generates sikano internally and at least anye and we pay. You see, you call IMF. I know interested. You feel it because it was so
You see, achieve part 29 so far. Guso
air process. Yes.
80 hours at the end of the day. Sorry, fire at the end of the day. Say nipa ya police for so camera chichi omo ye normal enyi. Say yetimi ehu omo. Na ye locate you on ye chi wo mo koka 29 na ye do mo court na wo mo famre num na kokko basa wo di for na ye di asotwe ensema wo mo a obeji atum
say no so no ye ntimi nkire say ombedi for na ombedi bi ntwa do.
Thank you.
And na what kind of say at least ye kone eco process na ejidi say somo
say ye kone eco process na so omo ye medicated so enti no ye we no me here no based on conjecture.
Nipa na o she ties no eni mo ho na o she ties.
When you everyone on the about ho.
Okay, Dr. Smasako. Yeah. Now the day is over. Good. Night is drawing the normal can say
night is drawing near. Shadows of the evening stood across the sky.
Okay, NF point.
Me bo Minuaba Honorable Barbara Oten Jesse, MP for Prestia Huni Valley, Abaso. Matters wakako ye.
Adewawo.
Akoko bua little girl, 11 years old girl, be a friend Mabel Yesu. Onya hole in heart. Abrofone friend perimembranous ventricular septal defect. PVSD. Yeah. And Era Mabel Yesu, small girl Mabel Yesu. In your problem now, no war National Cardiothoracic Center. Everyone kind. Obada Kakobwa, Honorable Barbara Tejesi. Make a way because Ubedu Kwan Ho baby na be the microphone na ho near the abofrebia. Ne ho baby ni say king ho bia.
Who cherish. Now I've been how many months? And the all person the generators so called fans na. Akodane.
Mestre. People should own this republic. Man, people should work. Yes, anema we negu yenimase. abofra no wo medical condition na there is a place he has to be. Now officially safo no solicit for funds. This FM ni ade sa me nua sefakai ya o incubator ya odi ya ade. It was generated by some of these things of faton also say nes ade a obe champion ni sa ade no. Mame Babrotin Babrotin just a former MP and MP. MP. Well, Dr. Smasapo, we need to come MP. Many MP. Onya mikro MP. Enti me bona basu ni okoye yehu. E de agina so aka say.
Nanajima Prempe of Tepa Right. King, please tell Doctor that Honorable Barbara Otinjesi is a former MP. She's currently a board chairman of one of the now also becomes one of the which board?
Honorable Barbara Otinjesi, former MP for Prestia Univali, Mebo Abaso. Let me de so aka say medical condition ye fa metina kwan ho emfa nyina so mfa microphone mesresika ena nyame nhira na we de wa offer na please ye for call the medical facilities responsible for conditions no mu wono na officially medical facility no petition either women and children also the bring media house na say ye be former adikra fundraising ni ade ya na people are abusing the system too much. Ebe say any enjoy sade na egu mofra na kasa so enimase me bona paso ye nyina ye mofra yi mua ye kasa ye bia na nye little mebela ye nso nkwa na hia mua obi bia sa no se facilities ni me hu a we can help through the appropriate means enkra ye jejina kwa ho so sade ni ya ka me me hu ye hu animase sa so man good baka ne say wi na yaba arise for change for demonstration. Day one ne de kingedu ese na ye nyina ya ka no demonstrators no anya de ye nyina ya condemn on certain things, meaning few people na ye defend one mo defending say omuso mu koye ekokoje stay of execution headed to high court initial ruling now man say mo direction mo routes ni ale so mfanfa ni nyina omuso mu koje bibi sa de kotoso me de kakra meaning no wo timi koje stay of execution there you should have also stayed your action. Then until the stay of execution is determined, until the substantive new case now the court has to see and state this as until that one is heard and determination made. Also, you don't also have the legal right to also embark on at the normal interpretation. They say one could stay of execution as party there, and you also can use the previous initial routes. No more so we be person for yes sir. Yes, we are doing something extra. Yes, say omani mo ayeshe, omani mo ayedin. Yeah, koye demonstration. Let's do that one within a legal adi. Obiensi demonstrations so kwai. But oye no through the illegal means who misinterpreted, misrepresented the courts. When there were lawyers among them, near dia, they could have educated the crowd and I say, leaders know better. Mesre, and yes, na I say. Ye chichiri ni ya sansane o ma ama na nyefe baby ties free ni baby abo free a eba ebegu circle ho de nyame nko aneni that the body say ya yenti say organizers na say leaders ni bi mo pra na among for the sacrifice na the leaders go mo betcho mo no betcho mo so mo di kan hu sade na eba enti na watwe ne ho mekai according to one of the accounts I will say police for action ni bi infuriate omo mu gira omo baby and no way in the man omo mu gira omo baby omo kan dem omo fi hin na bicycle enti nyame anim ni obi ani one more challenge
say police ni na no speak no gutabo ono so nya no wahi dia mutumo akpo omo na no chi
Actually, and yeah, condemning day one. I said day two was relatively peaceful. The fact is, the most important point, my professor Benoni K. God when baby call may so rest in peace. And oche Mesadian, if you have the best point to make, you make it rather in a very calm manner.
Yes.
And then in a radical, violent manner. Ubehu so be violent and then you say we're exceeding the thinking capacity. Adrene sa na honambre. King, adrene sa na honambre. Utu so we adrenal esi apem. We're exceeding the thinking capacity. Whenever there is a conflict between Senya Woti Asemase and Senya Obisukai, the court says this. If you disagree, blah blah blah. The point of common should be what the reasonable man would have done. The question is, is that what any reasonable man would have done? A kwaya yaboka 230 million. Ne soda moko po petrol akoshitais. No tina a kwana sa akose me asa akoye please. Demonstration in the first people are made by na ye can CJ no mo name penifo di kan ye biniade. In fact, near ma CJ for gina so e de ye omu kumi preku happened on the 11th of May 1995 ma mu refi. And near ma omu gina so e de ye no. It is almost the same thing. And Arise Ghana for age na so there. My nka bi enu bi na ba ko bi near Arise Ghana you first say committee for joint action for CJ for agent so edi omu demonstration can me pia omu document ne ba ko dia send high cost of living, low salaries and wages, killer VAT
global phenomenon,
killer VAT, and mass unemployment, high cost of food, and the same thing. Why 11th of May 1995
Look, your time not so bad.
And this is not how we do that.
But Obia Trevor was saying, tell Mr. Afayam to stop the propaganda about food prices. But anyway, so also tell Mr. Afayam to stop the propaganda about the food prices. King, about a few months ago, for 3,500, but now sells at 90 cedis. So about foodstuffs, it's seasonal. It brings its prices in its season. And the crazy tomatoes, yateso.
A jump for niti. On here, no man to a
tomatoes.
Let me see your boy.
All right. Efi pato, a genesu seku, and a trust I do by. Critical trophy tamale or say, please, will the IMF funding be free? Why is the NDC jubilating when they complained of more loans by the government but rejected e-levy? Abusia na no pay DBC. Doctors Masapo
wisdom kujo. Ene ye ka say oye Pristia Valley MP. Ninuya Barbara Oteje see a former MP.
Oye chairman.
Thank you so much for the correction.
Oye board chairman.
Me for the correction. This Honorable Robert me chawa no pay.
Oye board.
We dey wa unuya bantu we dey super.
Oye board chairperson say National Minerals Commission. Doctors Masapo on your chain nke Awal Mohammed. FYEA and Afayam and so Ernest NDC constituency chairman in Shire.